All right. So we are live. The last time we did a lot. Okay, a lot happened. Watch the ep, but to fix it for the people who didn't watch the ep, essentially, everybody went around doing various quests. Maggie's character Iris arrived at the Psycho Enclave. They had talked about doing a terrorist attack on the leader of that area because he had been running a bunch of nefarious things and planned at one point to kidnap and incarcerate Josh's character, Borach. And so, to preempt that, they sent in explosive dolls into his manor, snuck them in Metal Gear Solid. They blew up, launched him through a window. Borach jumped over a wall, stabbed him, or shot him, grabbed his stuff, jumped back over the wall before anybody noticed, and made out like a bandit. They then took a little bit of a victory lap, and they went on a train to head towards the capital to plan their next move, because you kind of have to go to the capital from many of the realms. You can't go directly. Like, spiritualists can go to like Psycho Enclave or to the Tabooist, but it doesn't have a train to the northeast, for example, without going through the capital anyway. Our other characters went about their day crafting objects and finding out more lore as pertained to what the ghost had to know and other things relating to the Archbishop's location, as well as crafting new and exciting tools to use at their disposal as they go forward. Blaze asked around at the night market to see if he could find out a bit of information, and Vare took him and bought him a nice gun and gave him a little bit of information. Mercurial gave him some information pertaining to where he could get trained. He headed to get trained, and has been doing very well for himself now, and is starting to perfect his craft so that he can complete a trial that his parents gave him. And then Grant interacted with Yormisk as well as Heim to gain some info. Also went to the night market and talked to Mercurial. Gathering stacks of information to make do for a large execution of plans, and is about to head off to talk with Azim.
I just now remembered something.
Yeah.
I don't have to waste my time. I don't got a stall to take the train. Oh, life is good. Life is good. I don't have to stall to take the train later. I just now remembered something. But I'll get to that when I get to that. All right. So I am on my way to talk to Azin because I want to see if he can teach me a thing or two about a thing or two. And for some reason, he didn't roll to hate me when we pulled up. I don't know why. Of all the people to hate, it should be me. But we're chill. He doesn't hate me. So I'm going to walk over here. Does he got like a doorbell or something? You got anything I can just...
He has a device that you click on that lets you like talk.
Okay. I will hit the button, and I will I will hit the button. Is anybody, are you here? Azin?
You hear like a beep beep beep, and then like the door opens and you see a sort of a slender figure wearing a discarded suit open the door. It is not Azin, but some sort of servant. Homunculi, maybe?
Is he fine with me going in?
It nods to you.
Alright. I will walk in.
Alright, you walk in, and it looks similar to what you saw last time. It's a bit messier. So that's to be expected. And yeah, you can go downstairs, and the homunculus helps you down, making sure, because it's very dark. And he gets to this lab door, and it knocks a certain array, and then it shifts open, and then yeah. Do you want to try to remember the array, or you don't care?
I can roll a nice little int check for it.
Yeah, go for it.
Whew.
There you go. Yeah, you can. It is tap, 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 pause, tap, pause, spin, tap.
And I will do it correctly, and he will think I'm sick for remembering it. He will value that intelligence. He likes that. So I do it. I do the full maneuver on and make my way in, as if honestly, as if I've played Pokemon so many times at this point.
Of course.
You know, I know how to get through the hideout instantly. I know that by heart.
Yeah. Make your way in, and Ozin, he looks at you quizzically, as he's sort of like unsure what day it is, and you see him like lightly scramble for something under his desk that could look like a calendar or something, and he pulls out this slip of paper, and he's like, looks up and then places it down, and goes, well, welcome. May I ask you the date?
The date, it is the date, it's the third service today.
Yeah, okay. Fair, thanks.
Yeah, we met on the first, I think.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Days ago.
Well, I came here with a friend, and she met you on the first. I know we've kind of
Yeah.
met like here and there. Anyways, you know, I've been meaning to ask you for a while, and I finally got some free time. Can you teach me a thing or two about crafting some stuff? I know that you're big on the, you know, you're good at making a thing or two, and I'm trying to up my game.
I see. Let me think about that, actually. He goes through some more paperwork. Let me roll this to save myself some time. That's good. Okay. He... Okay. He checks for his calendar. Can't... So he had his calendar from before. That told him what days he was expecting people, but he goes to look for his like some other piece of paperwork that inform his decision on when he has his labs due, and he can't find it. So he gives up on finding it, and he's like, I have the perfect first thing to ask you to help me make. Because I can't seem to find my lab results, so you're gonna do it.
You want me to help you find it, or do you want me to like do the lab for you? I can do either.
We can just do the lab. I can use the ones when they're found eventually, but I need to finish a construct in order to find the labs.
All right.
Probably stuck in the realm between or something.
That'll happen. Yeah. I was, you know, happens to me all the time. Really.
Yeah, that's
okay.
a good one.
Well, what do you need me to do? I've experimented with some stuff in my time, I guess.
Good question. Let me come over here. He kind of gestures over to a door, and within it is a weird device to the right of it, kind of mounted on the wall. And you see him like kind of draw something on it. It's not something you could check to guess, because it's super bizarre. Like, and the gesture is too complicated. but it's just like
Okay.
it's like he's drawing like a whole sentence in kanji is the visual like that comes to your mind.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, I don't know what the heck that is. And then eventually it's like, ka-ching, and it shifts open, and it's like a brightish light. And then you see him pull out, like a glasses, place them on him, and then they tint. And
Fucking asshole.
and then he walks through the light. But it seems like some sort of portal, is your guess?
Portal, huh? I've been through a portal once or twice. That's fine by me. Can I? So he wants me to walk through the portal, I'm presuming.
Yeah.
Did he go through the portal also?
Yeah, he went before asking you to necessarily.
Okay, then I'll just go in.
Okay.
I was gonna like if he was waiting for me to go in first, I was gonna like do a whole like activating my aura field thing, but I don't have a reason to do that.
Gotcha.
If he went in first.
Yeah, so he goes in first. You go in after him. You arrive in this larger facility, not by like a substantial amount. We're talking like it could be a storefront now instead of like a small room in his basement, essentially. Before it looked more like an office. Now this looks like a proper lab. It's quite large. I would say like 20 feet by 30 feet or so. Definitely like
Damn.
a workroom.
Where'd you get the money for this place?
I didn't.
I like that answer.
Emissaries don't tax me on realms in between.
That's wow. Yeah, that's great work. That's wow. Generational, really.
I appreciate it. He takes you over to this table. There's various like gizmos and doodads and vials. Standard funny alchemy stuff. And he puts a set of instructions next to you. It says if you can follow these, and all the results are correct at the end, then we'll be in good spirits.
All right.
So, we'll have you do a sequence of rolls.
Uh-huh.
Some of them you can pick the check, because like there are other ways to do it. And some of them can be cheated with your aura, but they're not that obvious.
Okay.
So it'll be pretty specific if you try to. Okay. So the first instruction calls for purifying water.
Purifying water?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm assuming there's a thing of water. Don't die.
Bless you.
I'm assuming there's a thing of water right
Thank
there.
you.
There's a thing of water that like I actually
Yeah,
have
it's,
access to.
yeah, it's water. It looks mostly pure on its own, but clearly not enough for chemistry.
Then is there a I was immediately thinking about like, oh yeah, I could use my field for this. Then I thought about it. I was like, wait a second, my body is made of water.
Yeah.
So that's pretty funny. Can I because my immediate thought was just, oh yeah, well what I could do is I could make a embless field that like absorbs any kind of like mineral or material or anything out of water that is in the field.
Yeah.
But then I was like, technically, that would mean that it's getting sucked through my body and killing me.
Yeah, it would kill you quite quickly.
Yeah, I thought about it for longer than a second and was like, oh yeah, that's tough. Same reason I can't boil it inside the damn thing. Well, I am kind of an Ashura, so you know, I might be able to. But could I wait? Could I do a now this probably won't be acceptable, but I'm gonna ask the question anyways. Technically, I can do supernatural effects if I'm holding on to something.
Yeah.
Could I not cleanse the water in my hand by holding onto the cup of water?
You could. In this case, because like water purification's not too complex, it fits the one rule condition of the supernatural effect, yeah.
Yes. So I would like to try to do that.
Alright. You just have to make up a name for it. As pertains to the rules of the Kyojin.
Okay. I'm gonna grab it, and I've gotta he's gonna know. Like, I've gotta say it aloud.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick up the flask of water, and I'm going to hold my arm and go, Calamity Man, purifying grasp. And then I'm going to shake the thing of water as it completely cleanses in my hand and put it back down. There we go. It's done.
He like snickers off to the side, and then he like
look, man, I have to. That's just part of what happens.
It's a great solution to a worldly problem.
Easy. Yeah, it's easy.
If only we all.
I'm sure you could do something like that. You know, you do, because you've got you could make like a robotic kind of like thing that could do like a similar task.
Oh yeah. Good. That's a good point.
He's like, yeah. He's like, fuck yeah, you're right. Yeah. Anyways, what's the next thing?
The next thing on the order is that you need to find, like a wisteria root and crush it into the compound without destroying the leaves.
Without destroying the leaves. Well. Is there a wisteria root anywhere around here, or?
Yeah, you can look in his supply fridge and find it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get one out. This is a good thing to, without destroying the leaves, you said.
Without destroying the leaves. So you basically have to get the leaves off of it and sprinkle them, but not destroy the leaves.
Could I create an embolist field that destroys, that would like, not disintegrate, but would like slowly, like, what's the word I'm looking for? I want to create a field that makes it so that is this like a flower?
It's mostly like a flower.
When I think wisteria. Okay, yeah. So I'm thinking it's an embolism field that can, like, basically makes it so that flowers themselves, not the full plant, but flowers themselves, like, what's the word? It's not disintegrate.
Wilt,
yes.
Yeah, you can do that. And it starts slowly wilting, and some of the leaves fall off in a natural way.
Yep, and I will let that fall into the the thing.
All right, cool. Yep, complete.
Mm-hmm.
Step 3 says to heat to like 80 degrees Celsius for, I don't know, like 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. We have like an oven or...
Yeah, he pulls out a burner.
All right. Well, yeah, I put that shit on.
Heck yeah. That's good. And then the second to last instruction, the penultimate one, says to mix the solution at a high speed.
Mix the solution at a high speed.
Do note that it would be hard to hold this with your hands. It's hot.
Yes, I recognize that. And because of that, I actually was gonna ask if no, he wouldn't, because he's got limbs that don't matter. I was gonna say, doesn't he have like gloves around here or anything? And nope, he wouldn't. Yeah, he doesn't. He has limbs that don't matter. So does he have a thing I can mix this with? Oh wait, nope. Body's made of water. Can't do that. I was like, could I create a field that creates vortexes in any liquid that's within it? And then I was like, wait a second. That would kill me.
The blight of every embolist child in the world.
That would kill me. Well, shit. Could I create... I guess that would kind of hurt me, but I'd probably be like fine with it. Could I... Ooh. Like... So... I need precision. Dude, I might just roll this. What would this be, an agi check?
Nah. It'd be an intelligence check, because you actually need to find a way to centrifuge it without touching it.
Without touching it? Well, if that's the case, could I... Well, I could just, could I create a embolist field that lets me attach, like, magnetic fields around objects? So that I could attach the thing that it's in to another object via magnetism without me having to touch it?
You could use, like, the wrestling supernatural thing to apply electromagnetic current to the vial and then use a piece of metal.
Sure, but that would still require touching it.
Well, as I'm saying, you're holding the piece of metal. The vial is essentially sticking to the metal piece.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'll use the supernatural
all right
technique thing. So fucking... Well, hold on. Let me look up the name of the attack. This is a real Kanikuman thing, actually. So hold on. I just now realized it's a real Kanikuman thing. So let me look up the name of it. So I am going to pick up a piece of metal, and I am going to... I actually don't know the name of his technique. What the fuck is that thing called? I actually don't know what it's called. What's Neptune Man's fucking...
I know what you're talking about, but I don't.
It's like
he often just uses it as part of
magnetic storm something.
That sounds right.
All right, whatever. I'm gonna pick up a piece of metal, and I'm going to like put that piece of metal in one hand and then hold my other hand towards the vial that it's in, and I'm going to shout, "Calamity Man, magnetic spark," and you're going to see it slowly start floating towards the plate in my hand.
All right. You do that, and then you can either roll a dex check and do it yourself, or you can find a machine to spin it. But you can take it to the machine, no problem.
Can take it to the machine, no problem.
Yeah.
I'll take it to the machine. I was tempted. I was like, I can gamble this, but
All right, you take it to the centrifuge.
I didn't do my practice roll, so it would have been a fucking... Oh, it actually would have been fine. But
yeah. Well,
whatever.
It spins in the centrifuge and it finishes up, and the last instruction is to drink it and write down the results.
He did it before, but he doesn't care about his body. I think I will think about this for a second. Is it still hot?
Not after the centrifuge.
Yeah, man, fuck it. I don't care. I will drink it.
All right. Roll endurance.
Yep. I accounted for something like this. I'm at 10 endurance now. As of not last session before. Last time I leveled up.
Seems harmless. He walks over to you and he places a tab on your tongue of something to like a detector, maybe. It's hard to tell. It beeps a couple times.
Okay.
It beeps a couple times, and then he pulls out the instruction. He pulls it out, and then he's like, "Okay, cool." And then he jots down some notes on a clipboard, throws the clipboard on a chain, and it rises up to the top of the room. And then he's like, "That went well. You did great.
Yeah, I didn't think about how useful the whole wrestling thing was for science until just now.
Me either." It does seem like an odd oversight.
Yeah, it's very weird. Very weird that can interact that way.
Well, let's see. And he goes over to his fridge and he starts reaching his hand like comically far into the fridge. And then he pulls out a vial. And he kind of spins it over his hand and catches it. And then he throws it at you very hard. Almost too hard to react to. It seems like he intends to hit you in the chest with it.
Reflexively, can I agi check this and try to grab it, or would that be a dex check?
It'd be like both. You can do both.
I can do both?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Well. 83.
Okay.
Me too. Felt that.
You can grab it.
I will instinctively grab it as it's flying towards me.
All right. Ah. Those must be those hunter instincts. Yeah, you can either break that on your chest or drink it, whichever works.
Yeah, my fault. My bad. yeah, that's.
It's just as much my fault
You probably
for throwing
wouldn't throw
it
that
at you.
me. Yeah, you probably wouldn't throw it at me for no reason. It didn't happen without thinking. I drink it.
All right, you drink it and obtain liquid memories, which manifests in this sense as a crafting talent.
Hold on. I'm kind of low-key talent farming. Okay, what does liquid memories do?
There.
Oh, that's kind of OD. All right, hold on. How much does that cost to use?
It costs 20.
20. Okay. Oh. Can we? There we go. All right. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, thanks, Adam. That was not as hard as I thought it'd be, to be honest.
For sure. I mean, you made it look easy.
I mean, I kind of do like some experiments and make some stuff on my own, but I just, figured I'd go to somebody that knows it better than I do. I didn't realize that I kind of had a knack for it, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it was good teaching sometimes. Good to get out of the work, I guess.
Yeah, I'd imagine. Believe me, I wish sometimes I could. Or at least I could have that fucker work at all. Anyways. Yeah, thanks, Azen. I got a place to go. Wait a second.
Yeah, what's up?
You asked what day it was earlier.
Yeah.
I said it was the 3rd. I forgot about that.
Correct. Is something wrong?
Well, I was thinking about heading somewhere tonight, but I forgot that I have something to do in the morning. It's kind of a realization I just now came to.
I
You
see.
see, yeah, I kind of had like I was told about something that's over there with the spiritualists. But I'm now realizing that I was gonna head over there, but I have a meeting tomorrow in the morning.
Ah.
Well, I guess I can wait on that. Anyways, yes, I forgot. Anyways, thank you, Azen.
Of course.
But now I gotta go.
Well, let me open the way back. And he gestures again on the pad. This time a bit different than before, but again, too hard to understand after a while of doing so. The door shifts open. This time you know it's coming, and so you dull the light with your aura or something. And
Okay.
you both walk through, and it leads back to the lab. His office.
Nice. Well, I will see you later, Azen. And I will head on out.
All right. Make our way over to Blaze. He's just finishing up his training. He's sweating profusely, laying on the ground in pain. Eventually, the instructor comes up to lend you a hand.
I dap him up and I climb up on my feet.
Roll me strength.
Strength.
You do make it up, but you don't look as cool as you would like, so you get a little wobbly as the way up on the way up.
I feel like that was a bit too intense. Or more intense than I was expecting anyways.
That's fair. I understand, but you gotta push through. You know, become strong enough. This line of business.
No, for sure. So did I do it? Am I a master now?
I wouldn't go that far, but you're at least something, kid. He pats you on the shoulder, and you do feel like a culmination of all of your results does apply, and you are able to utilize the skills necessary to hit these targets.
That means, out of character, I can wield this gun now, right?
Yeah, you can wield the gun, and it receives a bit of an accuracy bonus, which I'll place on the equipment for you. Don't worry too much about that. I'll apply it for you in most cases.
All right.
And then you get a spell. I'm just trying to double check this guy's exact name if I have it on file. Did not write it down. Which means
Where's Zen when you need him?
Huh?
Where's Zen when you need him? He would have had that written down.
That's true. Zen would have wrote it down for sure. Unlike I. Yeah, it's not a big deal though. Yeah, I remember the code word was cross out, but I don't know if he introduced himself. So we'll just call it cross out art. Pinpoint shot. Worst case. Blam, and then damage is not too much of a problem. It's just range.
No way, the wanted shot.
It
I curve the bullets.
doesn't curve. It just seems like it's the uninitiated.
Oh hell no, bro! Thank you, Kamen Rider Wizard.
It's crazy. That guy shoots like 5 and they go in all different directions.
Dude, don't get me started in recording. Don't fucking do it. That shit it makes me mad. It makes me so mad.
I'd be using thermal vision to look through the walls, and then I'd be like,
Nah, that motherfucker don't even need to do it. He chooses where the bullets go. They track, he just chooses. It just doesn't even.
He doesn't
make
even
sense.
not on the side. He sprays randomly. He closes his eyes, does a 180. They go around a building into a guy's coffee. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like that don't even line of sight.
They just will hit.
Yeah.
And for some reason, that's every wizard's gun in that fucking universe. It's not even unique to him. All of them have it. It pisses me off so much. I hate it. It's so dumb.
Yep. Real. Okay. That's done. That's that. Bam. Okay. You obtain that. You go out to sleep. So you head back to your domicile in the shopping district to sleep off what you've incurred to your body. Grant, you're also at nighttime. Would you like to head to the Sleepington, or would you have some small thing to do?
I would head to Sleepington. I was gonna head on the train here, but then I was like, wait a second, I have the meeting with the shop district in the morning, which actually matters. So it seems I will not be playing the Scooby-Doo mystery gang game.
Yeah.
I am going to how much money do I have? I'll go to sleep. Actually, before I go to sleep, I would like to prep something kinda.
Okay.
Can I come up with a decent amount of scrap materials around the area to create a kit for me to on the fly make stuff with?
You can pay as little as 5 gold, and some shop on the way will have the stuff you need.
Okay. Just so that I can have a wider range of materials to choose from to craft random stuff later.
Yeah.
Okay. Bet. Then I'll get that and then I'll sleep.
All right. You rest up. When you get there, the usher is in fact asleep. Big sleepage. You went to bed early, seemingly, for some reason. Question mark.
Well, the fucker always sleeps, but he's always sleeping when he's needed, but he's never actually asleep. Wonder why he's sleeping so early. That motherfucker didn't even do anything.
Real. All right, we get to the dawn of a new day, and Blaze and Grant awake. Yormisk, you're on a train with Tariq until the afternoon of this day. Then you'll get off, and you guys will appear in one section of Borach and Iris with Kyouma. So, Blaze and Grant, you may kind of act this turnout in tandem because probably pretty chill. I know Grant will eventually be at the meeting, but in terms of just the immediate morning stuff,
he can do
Blaze
what he's
tries
gonna
to
do first. Yeah.
Blaze tries to sit up, and he realizes everything is sore. His abs, his legs, his shoulders, his arms, his neck, everything. He's feeling the training from yesterday, and he's like, ugh! And then he rolls, and he falls out of the bed, splat onto the floor, takes 5 stamina damage.
That's fire. I like that. Oh wait, I get the rest. Oh shit, my rock's back.
This is perfect because I'm pretty sure he already had -5 stamina. Okay, so from yesterday.
Just back to where it was.
So he slowly pushes himself up off the floor and gets up, and he's like, ugh. He goes down. I'm assuming he's in an inn, so he goes down to the bottom, and he's like, "What's for breakfast?"
Well, we're having a little bit of an issue, Blaze.
What?
Somebody got really mad last night. They broke a bunch of the glasses, so it might take a little bit.
Like, do we just don't have the dishes? Just do we need someone to cook?
No, that's not the problem. We just don't have anything to
I
serve
know
you all.
somebody who could cook.
You know what? I'll just scoop it out of the pot. It's fine with my hands.
Oh, I wouldn't really recommend that. It's a stew.
You know what? Just, you know what? I'll take a ladle, and that will be my portion for the day. I'll drink right out of the ladle.
All right, you drink a ladle full of stew. It tastes good. You wish you could have a little bit more, but you stop yourself from thinking these thoughts as you see them
I double dip
cleaning up
as no
the
one's
various
looking.
things. Oh. They start cleaning it, and eventually he grabs a
Can we
second
give him
scoop.
like minus rep? Can someone see him and get like shunned from Fallout New Vegas?
I mean, yeah, let's roll to see if they notice.
That pissed me off, dude.
You know, one of them maybe notices, and the other one definitely doesn't notice. But you take a second little scoop portion as they're cleaning up all the glass and plateware off the ground.
I say, thank you very much. I'll see if I can find somewhere that is selling plateware to help replace some of this.
Oh, you don't need to worry. This was passed down, so there's no replacement.
No, that's fair, but just for the sake of your guest, be able to eat.
No, it'll be
Unless
fine.
someone's already on that.
Well, somebody is, but not for that reason.
Well, okay. Well, thank you very much. I'll be off, I suppose.
All
He
right.
walks out.
Blaze leaves.
I assume he runs into Grant because he is like also in the shopping district.
Oh.
I'm in my shop.
Their path is like kind of like this. I guess they could see each other from afar. If you decide to act on it, it's fine.
I take a look at my surroundings and I'm trying to look for anyone familiar, like Bear, Grant, anyone from the party.
Roll perception so you don't get Scooby-Dooed.
Scooby-Doo.
So am I rolling dexterity or?
Yeah. You see Grant, like, through, while you're on the street, you see him kind of, like, in front of a shop sweeping something.
I approach.
Huh? What?
Do you know anything about the plates that were smashed in my inn this morning? Or last night?
No. I was with Azin last night. You think I why would I smash plates?
I don't know. But that's fair. I just saw you sweeping over here and it reminded me of the people sweeping in there and I was like, hold up. Brain cell moment?
I can ask hold on 1 second. I can go ask somebody for you. Hold on. I will walk back inside and head up the stairs to see Ashra.
Oh, Grant. Oh, how's it going?
So do you know anything about some plates that were smashed last night in an inn? Apparently their dishes were broken.
I slept really deep last night, Grant. Let me contemplate. I think I had heard about a ruffian who's arriving for the meeting today. Maybe he ate there and didn't like what he ate, or he's like some schmuck who tries to get a free meal, or I'm not sure, but he might. Maybe somebody at the meeting might know him because he's probably gone to a couple shops, I would think.
Huh. Interesting.
Maybe somebody new in town.
I think I know who it might be.
That's perfect. That's good.
Yeah, I was just wondering. I had a guy asking me about it. I wasn't here yesterday when it would have happened, so I was wondering if you'd know anything. Why were you asleep so early last night? Anyways.
That was a big problem apparently with the emissaries. I'd heard that they were talking about apparently there's this really big issue and they wanted my insight on the capital for some reason, so that's foreboding. But I wasn't privy to everything else.
You think it has anything to do? No, he's not here. I was gonna ask if you think it had anything to do with the whole Archbishop thing, but
No, I don't think it had to do with the Archbishop. I think it has to do with a different problem.
okay.
They made it sound like it was some new group. But again, I don't know anything about the group. They just made it. They made it sound like they were looking for that when they were inquiring about if I had seen certain people.
Hmm.
Honestly, it should be Deocean's job, but I guess he's a little far.
Well, I guess that's one way that you can win favor with them again if we find out anything.
That's true. So Grant, find it out, and that'll be great. And then I'll get you those candies as a reward.
Whatever. It's too early for this shit. Appreciate you for the information you gave me. I'll go tell them what I heard. I will walk back down the stairs and go outside and meet with Blaze again. Okay. So apparently there's some asshole that came back into town that is going around fucking with some stuff across the district. Apparently it wasn't just your inn. We're gonna have a meeting here in the shop district soon, within the next few hours.
Oh shit, alright.
I have a feeling he'll be there. If he's the guy I've been looking for. And if he's the guy I've been looking for and he's going around fucking stuff up and he's a threat, then I have an excuse to just kill him, which will be fun. So, we'll see what happens. If you want to stay for the meeting, you can, but you don't got it. You don't work here, so.
Yeah, no, it sounds like you got this one figured out. That's pretty dope, actually. I actually gotta find, pulls out a sheet of paper, the Sexavespa's location. Some kind of hive, I think.
The huh?
I don't know. It's a fancy word, I think, for like hive, bees, something. I gotta hit 3 of them in a row without missing even once. Otherwise, I get a curse.
Otherwise, you get what the?
It's a familial thing. My parents, they do this shit from time to time.
Oh, the whole. Because you're the right.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's
so. While I still have time this morning, if it happens to be, within the city limits, I'll try to get a jump on that.
For sure. I don't have any information on. Well, do I know anything about these bugs, Nylan?
You can roll World Traveler.
All right, I'll roll World Traveler. Shit. What's my World Traveler? It's 20, right? Yeah, 20. Do I know anything about?
Bless you.
Don't I?
Thank you.
I hate you.
By the way, I don't know if this will help you because it depends on the type of sneeze you have, but the nerve endings, like right below the bridge of your nose,
Yeah.
you can press down on them, and you can hold that for like 5-10 seconds, and it'll usually like reduce your vibes of sneezing, that like wispy feeling.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll have to try it out. Thank you.
Yeah, it works weirdly
No,
well.
you deserve to be in the same hell as me. It's your fault. It's your fault I'm sick.
Or is it your fault I'm sick?
Dun, dun,
Considering
dun.
you've been sick every time before I've gotten sick, I can only imagine it's
Oh
your fault.
no.
But yeah, Nylan, do I know about this? Do I know about these bugs?
You've heard about the creature. You do not know where the nest is.
Do I know any weaknesses they might have since I've heard about them?
They are... Let me think pretty deeply about this. They are fast. They do rely on sight in some way, shape, or form. That is primarily what you know. So if there was a weakness, it would be obscuring, it would blind them, I suppose, or natural weaknesses of a creature, like lighting it on fire, etc. Nothing like extreme, beside the fact that it is more reliant on sight by a little bit than a normal mob.
Sorry, I was coughing. Didn't want to cough back over my cough. Do you have anything that like blinds?
Blinds. I can shoot them in the eye.
Well, that does work, I guess.
I don't think there's any energy crystals in this city that I can attach to my gun.
Well, a gun attachment, huh?
I think it's like what does it say? I can hold 3 special bullets in the mag to fire elemental rounds from this gun. Sort of like what the inventors do.
I see. Could I craft anything for this?
You could make shift craft some like pepper bomb or something, probably.
Okay. I'm going to walk back inside. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna be like, wait out here for a second.
Alright.
I'm going
You lean
to
against the wall very casually.
I'm going to go back inside. I'm gonna start crafting. You're gonna hear like cartoon hammer sound effects, like a lot of boings from inside. And I'm going to walk back out with. Let me. Can I roll on makeshift weapons to see how many I make here?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will roll. I guess that would just be a D100, like a D100.
Probably that context.
I am just going to roll a D100. 67. The 68 and the 67 is crazy work.
You can make 3
All right.
pepper bombs.
So I make 3 pepper bombs. I'm gonna hand you all 3 of them. And I'm also going to. Can I use more Realmic to craft maybe something that like obscures vision, like smoke bombs or something?
Yeah.
Okay, then I will do that. D100. 43.
And you make 2. smoke
Okay.
bombs.
So I am going to hand you 2 smoke bombs as well.
Oh, this is really helpful, actually. Thank you.
Yeah, I had a job where I can't even remember for the life of me where they are, but I had a job where I had to deal with some of those fuckers a while back, and I remember I blinded them using my embolism field, so figured that'll probably work.
Well, I'm sure it's better than nothing. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, the pepper bombs are for affecting their sight, I guess, making it harder for them to hit you. And then the smoke bombs are more so just like a wall to obstruct vision, just in general.
Like a ninja tactic.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. I've been known.
I can get behind that. Well, all right. Thank you for your help. I'm gonna go ask around about these bugs, these bees. See if they're underground in town somewhere. Hopefully before our main mission has to start.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fair enough. The meeting starts to come towards its time, you notice. And you think it's in like 10 minutes and it's be like here.
All right. Well, then I am going to head my ass on over. I'll look down at my watch and be like, "Oh, gotta go."
Oh shit. Yeah. Okay. I guess we'll do that first.
Yep. I mean, if you don't
These
want
trials have a
to,
time limit. So
if you don't want to go, you don't have to. I mean, it's annoying shop meeting bullshit. But
I mean, if it's the rest of the party, I'll tag along. But if it's just you, then I'll try to do my own personal quest.
yeah,
here.
it's just me going. I mean, it's me and like the people here in the shop district.
All right. Well, fill me in on the meeting, I guess, when you see me next.
For sure. For sure. And I
All
will
right,
head
bet.
off to the place.
All right. You head off to the place. There you get to the meeting and you know a few familiar faces, but you also recognize a newcomer that seems to fit the bill if you were typecasting him in a movie.
Yes, he seems to fit the bill, and he's related to the guy that we were supposedly supposed to be seeing here. Some old guy.
Yeah.
Well. So I will take my part on the stage and discuss the matter of, what did Mikhail say? He said some kind of illegal supply route coming in, supplying a certain store nearby. And you know, we've got information related to the materials that are coming in. And I would like to ask, does anybody know what store is connected to that little underground trade route going on?
The kind of newer guy peeps up. He goes, I might know a thing or two about it.
Okay, for sure. Oh, you seem different. You seem new. What's your name?
Me, Thatch.
Yeah. Thatch, huh? Okay. All right. All right. So you said you might know about it. Where's you got a shop around here,
Around here, no. Kinda Building one.
Okay. So what do you know about this underground supply route for one of these shops in the area?
So I've heard a thing or two about some people bringing in some unlicensed barrel work through a port recently opened up.
Mm-hmm.
Be a little subterranean, you know?
Yeah. So, you know, where's, what's his name? He's usually here for these kinds of meetings. Where's, anybody seen the old magic guy? Runs a shop around here? I start looking around, like pointing at different people. Any of y'all know?
Dutch looks around too, and he's unsure. Then a young man kind of goes, he should be arriving. I think he's a little late.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, he's older. He's getting on in years, you know. That's understandable. All right. Well, who said that, by the way? Who was that? Which one of you was it?
Me.
Okay. Yeah. What's your name? Do I
Marco.
recognize him?
No.
Okay.
You've yeah, Marco seems like too young. Like you haven't seen him run a storefront or anything, so maybe he's a relative of one that does.
Okay. So I've never seen you around here. You said he's gonna be late?
Yeah, he should be here pretty soon, but you know, a lot of us had a lot of issues this morning. Well, last night, I guess.
And why's that?
Well, essentially, Marianne's bar and inn kind of, like, I guess something went awry and they broke a lot of things, and that had happened, and he had offered to help repair some of those things with some magic, and so he came over to do that after something else he was asked to do. Old man's a real nice guy, but you know, I feel bad having him move around all the time doing all this work for us.
Yeah, that does suck. That does suck. Can't deny it. So, what do you like as you like his grandson or something?
No. I help run a what would I call this shop? He sells rare antique wares in a small store, like right here, like nestled. Really, he basically doesn't have any land.
My fault. I just assumed you're so young, you know. I just assumed you had a connection to him.
No, that's fair. But yeah, I have a connection to him, but only indirectly.
Of course. All right. Well, you know, so you said that there's this port where the whole underground trade thing is happening. This new port that opened up recently. That's a good thing to look into.
Yeah, it would be pretty good if somebody looked into those unlawful things. Those unlicensed barrels are a pain in my ass, honestly.
Mm-hmm. And why is that?
They conflict with my product.
Interesting. You said your store is not built yet, right?
Yeah, I currently run it subterranean, but eventually we'll run a big shop. Probably smack dab here or so. Like right behind the spa.
Okay, and why, what is it that you do exactly that makes it an issue?
They sell illegal products. They smuggle in. and I sell legitimate products at a markup so I can make do. And maybe they've stolen some of that cargo from me on top of the stuff they're selling. It's illegal.
Interesting. So I guess on to another matter. Fuck, I didn't want this to have to be a serious meeting. Okay. So another matter is anybody know exactly what happened in the inn last night?
Let me think. Thatch will say, I heard a thing about some of those guys coming in. Maybe making a little bit of a problem for the people, but I can't say for sure. That's just what I heard, you know.
Okay.
But maybe the old man might know a little bit more when he gets here.
For sure. I mean, we can wait. He'll probably have a few answers. He's been dealing with that situation. Maybe he'll know something about this whole underground trade thing also. He's been here longer than most of the people here, so I'm fine with us waiting for him.
Roll me a dex check.
Okay.
You are able to tell that the old man is outside, but you hear some footsteps with his.
Well, looks like the guy we're looking for is coming in today. All right. So, I'll Are they like, is there something else happening outside maybe?
There might be. It's hard to tell. It sounds like him and then some space and then like two other people.
Him, some space, two other people. Can I create is there anybody around me directly? Probably not, since I'm on the podium, right?
Yeah, but it's not that big of a building. But so they might be like just barely out of the range of your aura.
I was gonna say, could I make it so that my aura enhances my hearing?
Sure.
Enhances
Make
hearing within that field?
Sound waves, like, yeah.
Can
Yeah.
I hear anything that might be being said currently from any of these people?
It sounds to you like the two people following the old man plan to attack him, maybe. Based off of context clues. Sounds like a gun being drawn from a holster.
Can I always gotta fucking save somebody. I'm going to I can tell exactly where their footsteps are at, like where they're at based off the footsteps I heard, correct? Can
Yeah.
I tell their exact location from me?
One of them for sure, the other one probably.
Can I attempt to can I Kinshiro grab them through the wall? Through the wall?
Through the wall. Because you know their location, I will allow it.
I'm going to Kinshiro grab both of them through the wall.
Alright. Roll me just another dex just to extra concrete the accuracy. It's pretty much formality. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, you pull them through. One of them, comes through sort of a part of the building that it's not very like problematic. He kind of flies through and he kind of rolls off into the dirt and is lying on the ground. and the other one kind of hits the wall but doesn't go through, and you get the impression that he might be dazed and prone.
Can I walk through the hole that the other guy left in the wall to come face to face with the guy that might be on the ground?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that, and I'm going to I'm gonna. Is he like dazed? Can I tell if he's like dazed, stunned, unconscious,
He's
what have you?
dazed, meaning that
Alright.
he has like reduced functions for but for his turn would arise on a theoretical initiative.
Okay. I'm gonna. Can I? Because the other guy's gonna get up.
Eventually, yes.
So, can I check this guy for a gun?
The dazed one, correct?
Yeah. Can I take
yeah.
his gun?
You can take his gun.
I'm gonna take his gun and keep it trained on the other guy while I pick this guy up.
Okay, you do so.
And then I'm going to I'm going to like pick this guy up and keep him kind of in front of me as like a shield / hostage for the other guy while I have the gun pointed at the other guy.
Gotcha. The other guy, as he turns from being kind of face first into the ground, you catch a glimpse that Marianne recognizes this guy, and you put 2 and 2 together.
So this is the fucker, huh? Well, that makes things easy. Wait, I'm fast as shit. I just now realized. Can I nothing personnel kid this nigga?
The one on the ground?
Yeah, the one that's still
sure.
on the ground. There's already a guy in my hand. But I'm gonna pull up behind him and I'm gonna put my foot on his back and put my gun to the back of his head.
Oh.
And I'm gonna start asking questions. And you're gonna answer so that nothing has to go wrong here.
You hear like a little chant behind you. You recognize that it's from an older man, and you hear like a spell affect the guy you were previously holding hostage, and he gets wrapped up in like mummy bandages and falls to the ground.
Oh, thank God. I will also turn off my my extra hearing from the thing.
All right, you turn that aura off.
Yeah.
You ask that you interrogate this guy, but you get the impression he does not have the ability to speak. Based off of like his late, you're used to putting, if you put your knee against somebody's back, you're used to like an amount of air, etc., where they're like a gasp.
Okay.
But he doesn't seem to have the ability to vocalize.
My hand is free, so I'm going to. Does he have a gun on him too?
He has 2.
I'm going to. I'm gonna take both of those. I'm gonna kick one of them away, and then I'm gonna take the other one.
Okay.
And then I'm going to pick this guy up since he's still on the ground. He's not dazed, so I don't know if I need a strength check for that.
No, you're fine. Thatch walks up and he goes, "You mind?" And then he punches him in the stomach. And he just grabs his hair and he goes, "That's for what you did." And he kind of pushes his head to the side. And he kind of sits back down.
He deserves that. He deserves that. But let me give him a chance to speak. Can I look at his mouth and see if there's anything wrong?
You get the impression he doesn't have lungs.
Oh, this is like one of those.
Because he doesn't seem to breathe.
This is like one of those things Azin's got, huh? It's
It seems more alive in a normal way.
This is like a homunculus.
Yeah.
I will look towards the old man.
He looks downward at the, downcasted on the mummified person, and he puts his staff against his back and he goes, "I call forth to those greater than I. Finish him, sentence him, O Great One. Warden of Souls. And then all the sigils light up on the bandages, and he, as if vaporizing from a Thanos snap, he turns to dust.
Yeah, I guess we only need one of them.
He goes, these appear to be Thane Thralls.
Okay, that's... Okay. So is
Roll
that like
Intelligence World Traveler if you understand what a Thane Thrall is.
Okay, in World Travelers, so... This many... No. That shit said 6.
Well,
brother.
you do not know what a Thane Thrall is. A completely foreign term to you.
So is that like a homunculus?
It is not far from a homunculus, but it's a little, different. They don't breathe the breath of life. They're not a tabooist creation, nor for the Archbishop himself. Rather, they are a husk. A husk created from poor, unfortunate, vanquished.
You got any idea why they might have been after you?
I assume it has to do with their project.
Okay.
I've heard a thing or two. They're constructing large pentagrammic circles in the subterraneans under the city. I've heard due of a plan by a group of marauders. I don't know much more than that because my wearier ears don't hear everything, but I do know that Thane Thralls are a bad sign. If the Marauders are worked up with them, then I assume the Marauders have a vanquished leader. This is good for this town.
Alright. So is this thing gonna be able to help us track them or anything?
I would say no. Thane Thralls don't have the ability to speak nor gesture. They are very intelligent in terms of their skill set, but they can only utilize the skills from the body they once were. But they're expensive nonetheless.
So, did these bodies hold souls at one point in time? That
They still do.
may be able to find us something?
They hold souls even to this day. The problem is a vanquished Thrall soul is in Dosha's hands. It's for Dosha to manage. The vanquished don't work like necromancers work on the other realmic beings. Similar to the sigilist, their piety is too high.
He just left. God damn. Alright. Well...
Ancient magic is not affected by necromancy.
Right. Okay.
Do you like me to sentence him, or do you need him for something?
Do I need him for something? No, I don't fucking care. I throw the thing on the ground.
I call to Dosha. Let the shadows wrap him in a blanket of deep darkness. Take him over to the Warden for everlasting torment. And he casts him down to hell.
Oh.
That one was a murderer, unlike the other.
Yeah, I can see that. So why would that have had the ability to get angry enough to start trashing a bar?
I would presume it was a deliberate attack, masked under an assault. He could create unnecessary attention to attack a different location. I think Marco might know a little bit about it. Marco looks a little shyly. You told me not to tell anybody, and he goes, Marco, it's okay, you can tell them now that I'm here. He goes, okay, well, basically, I had seen those guys carrying in some sort of chalk and some saltpeter, but I didn't, I told the old man immediately, and he told me to bring it up the meeting, but only after he got here. I think they were doing that around the time I'd heard a bunch of crashing, so maybe they needed to draw people's attention from outside of the bar into the bar so they could walk it past them.
Well, that is a good way to go about it. All right. So I found my weird group for Ashura, I guess. Okay. Well, I honestly didn't expect to have to get violent this early in the morning. Everybody good? We all good? We all...
I think, so.
Alright, well, we got our answers for today, I guess. A lot easier than I thought I would, to be quite honest with you.
Is there anything else you need from me?
Yeah. You, Let me hold on, let me look. I proceed to pull out a detective-esque, notepad and start to flip through it. Right in front of everybody. Okay, let's see. Something about his son. Let's see. Oh, it just said I needed his son for something. I didn't actually write down what I needed his son for. Okay. Well, since you're here and you're safe, what can you tell us about your son? It says here that I need to meet him for something. I don't remember what it was exactly.
I see.
It's on me. All these notes written down, and I didn't. Oh no, it's just a bunch of pictures of Heim for some reason. Anyways, yeah. So.
I see.
Yeah. What can you tell us about your? Well, tell me in specific about your son. I don't think anybody else here cares about this part, but.
I've heard he's involved in a thing or two.
That's what I'm presuming. Yeah.
So I normally don't come, but apparently my business has been used unlawfully in recent time. I think he might be wrapped up in these Marauders. It might be due to blackmail of some sort, but I can't get directly involved. I think because of it. I mean, I could try, but there's a high chance he maybe dies. But it's tough to let all these people suffer just because my family's involved.
So he's getting blackmailed. That's somebody I can make money off of. Alright. Well, I guess I can go try to save your son and get rid of those fucking Marauders. Can, somebody go tell Heim about this problem? I, need to farm guild points.
Of course.
Somebody get the word to Heim so I can go pick that quest up.
Well, I'll do so. And Marco runs away. He goes, ah.
And then I got some people to go talk to now. I want to attempt to, oh yeah, my fault. Everybody, the meeting's dismissed. I guess we got to the bottom of a lot of problems. Marianne, I'm glad I could deal with your issue. And we found out the whole illegal trade thing that's going on. So, yeah. Is there anything anybody else, like, does anybody else have anything they want to bring up, or is the meeting for today adjourned?
It is adjourned.
We're good. Okay. I am gonna go, immediately afterwards, I'm gonna go attempt to see if I can meet, Blaze on his way out.
Ooh.
Will he already be on his mission or no?
You can beat him.
Okay. I catch up with him after running around for a while. This shit ain't nothing to me. I run everywhere. I'm fast as shit. Actually no, I'm riding my bike around. I'm on my common rider activities. I'm riding my bike around and I pull up to you You hear a comical bell ding from the bike as I pull up. Blaze.
Yo,
Hey.
what up?
Dealt with your guy. Turns out he
Oh,
was
yeah?
a, hold on. I pull the notepad back out. It says here he was a Thane Thrall. In parentheses, dork shit, question mark. It's like a homunculus, but more fucked up and kind of demonic, and also can't talk or breathe or do gestures.
I feel like my dad's dad tried to make him a homunculus. It was some weird thing.
Yeah, that's a weird situation. But anyways, I took care of your guy you were looking for. He's gone. He got sent to hell, actually. If you can believe that.
Sounds like the best outcome, I guess.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. Watch this old guy do like a whole. It was like a ritual. There's like a giant green hand that came out of the ground. You heard like a shriek as it got ripped on. It was crazy. It was honestly. You
That
should have been
sounds.
there. Yeah.
Honestly, that does sound kind of fire, and I kind of want to learn how to do that now.
Yeah, I kind of do too, but something tells me that's not something I'm capable of doing. It was a dosha chant. I don't think we can.
I don't know. I might be able to learn how to do that.
You might be able to do the dosha thing. I definitely can't. They already got angry at me for accidentally switching up on emissaries once.
Hey, I mean, like, I'm some weird, unique case.
Yeah,
so
there's
just-
something. You're fucked up.
I think
Yeah.
my uncle's. I know my aunt is. I know my aunt. Wait, hold on. No, Dosha's. He's getting confused, and he's like doing like the math meme is popping in his head right now with all the
Yeah.
numbers and the girl looking real quick.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
You know, it's happening.
yeah. All
This-
right. Well, you have fun with that. I gotta head off to the. I gotta go take a train ride to the Spiritualist District. I gotta find some fucking shield, apparently.
All right,
And then I
sounds
gotta go
good.
pick
Good
up a
luck with that.
quest that I had Heim set up, and then I gotta go kill some Marauders, and apparently they're doing some weird fucking ritual, and it's a whole underground trading thing, and it's starting to get really fucking annoying. Blaze. I stare him dead in his eye. It's starting to get
It
really
sounds
fucking
like-
annoying.
I get the feeling that a lot of people are kind of handling their quests and shit, and I've only started the first one. I kind of want to get hop to it because like I feel like I'm not doing much around here.
I feel like I'm doing everything for everybody else, so you know, you and me
Well,
were
yeah, I
kind
mean,
of
I
on
wanna-
two sides of the same coin, to be quite honest with you.
Let me share some of the burden or something. I don't fucking know. Come on.
You
let's-
want to go kill some shit? Wait, you have a quest? don't you?
Kinda.
Actually,
I do. Yeah,
Gotta go
and I want to
find
get to
bugs.
it.
Fuck. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna go deal with the spiritualist thing. I'm gonna go. Hey.
Listen,
it's
I'll
been
probably
real.
pick up something from the guild hall. But yeah, good luck with that, and
Yes,
tell me all about
yes.
the spiritual shield when we meet up.
Yep, for sure. And
Um,
I will head towards the train yard, which is really funny.
Yeah, head towards the train yard, and Blaze will head towards the guild hall, and Heim will head over here. So, you guys arrive on the noon arrival train, and something suspect catches your eye. Roll for deck, specifically you guys right here, these Iris
three,
and Borach.
These two,
All
rather.
right.
Cuford's not a real person.
Calm down. I roll for him.
Dex.
Yeah, Dex.
If we're just busy
Oh.
unloading everybody's cargo at the time. So, Maggie, you catch your eye on what looks to be a extremely potent, dangerous, ancient magic that seems to be set up in the rail yard. You may... you detect that this is an emergency,
Mhm.
so you gotta... Your imagination tells you this destroys the rail yard.
Oh, excuse me for a moment. There's something quite dangerous over there, so I'm just gonna go. And she kind of like slides into it.
You
Slides over to where-
slide over to-
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know that you definitely can't disarm this, and that the rail yard will blow up in less than 5 minutes.
But
is
I'm
there any,
going
like,
over there.
is there any sort of like bell or?
Oh.
Well, you're gonna have to think of something.
Oh no, hold on, let's see what I got. I kind of run back to my compadres. So there's something that's going to explode this rail yard in just a moment.
Why is it always when I'm here, man? Why does it always explode around me?
We should probably
blow
get...
up.
Yeah. It's some kind
Isn't
of
that
ancient
this-
magic. She points over to where it was so that they can see where,
Oh no,
where
just
it
get
is.
customer service or something. I'll figure it out.
I don't know if they're quite as in... Well, I don't know if they would be able to do this.
So you're telling me they're useless?
I didn't want to say it out loud, but I mean, it was... Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's fucking useless. Borach gets up. Okay, what do we do?
I'm thinking we cause a scene and maybe get everyone away from the rail yard.
Iris goes, there's a bomb on the train. Yeah, it's gonna go great, hon. Big plan. What are you doing?
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Oh my god.
I have this voice telling me I should say there's something going to explode. I just kind of looked at my explosive tags.
No. I have the insane psycho breakdown right now. No, not this moment.
Yes, time is of the essence for this. We could stage a fight, or maybe just scream, whatever is more.
I got a better plan.
All right,
He pulls out his handgun and shoots it in the air.
that works wonderful.
There's a bomb! Fucking run! Now!
All right. Let's see.
Dude, I love this character.
People start running. Every expected person starts running, but a couple of the staff are unsure and they kind of think that you're lying. It might take some extra juice, some orange variety.
He stares him down with whatchamacallit, psycho orange.
You pop Psycho Orange 1, tier 1, pay the cost, and then everybody starts freaking out, even the workers. They're like, wait, what if he's right though? Oh my god. Oh, everybody, run! Run! There's a bomb!
Before I run away, I am curious to see what it would take to make such a large explosion. So I think Iris might just quickly look at this ancient magic a little bit more and try and study it a bit before it explodes.
Roll me Dex Int.
Okay, Dex.
You'll need 120.
Okay.
It's very sophisticated.
No!
You check it and you get nervous because a bomb's about to blow up in front of you, and so looking at the bomb, you're like, what if I accidentally make it explode? Like, it starts getting a little too close for comfort, and so you don't quite concentrate on the job to the degree that you were expecting.
Oh, alright. Time to go.
So you, Buford, and Borach flee the scene and see Grant.
Yeah, I'm just gonna push Grant away from the rail yard.
What the? Hey, oh, whoa.
Back up.
Whoa.
There's going to be
Calm
explosion.
down.
It's Gant. You see the bomb over there?
There's a bomb?
Yeah, it's gonna explode any moment.
Oh.
Why
Well,
don't you do something about it? I don't know. Everyone's fucking useless today.
yeah, I can do something about it.
What? Are you serious?
I'm going to. Can I create a? Let's say how? Oh yeah, I get use 3 regions in between each day site, like part of the day, right?
Yep, correct.
Okay, let me do that.
Iris, can you move your token? Just like move it left and right or something. It's creating a ghosting bug because of.
Oh,
interesting.
So
that better? Or?
If I were to like walk towards the rail yard,
And I'll have to refresh to get rid of it later. It's fine.
Okay.
It's not your fault. It was my fault.
I walk towards the rail yard.
Wait, if you do that, I'm gonna slap a protection tag on you.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry
but-
about it. If I walk towards the rail yard, can I create a embolist field big enough to snuff out the explosion as it goes off?
It's entirely ancient magic.
Oh, it's ancient magic.
Yeah.
Correct. I see. Well, if that's the case, see that I forgot that was how ancient magic worked. Can I can I this is gonna take all my fucking current Realmic. But could I like mountain demon like rage lift like a decent chunk of the ground and pull it up as a wall?
I mean, yeah, sure. No reason you can.
I'm going to do exactly that. It's not even earthbending. I just grab the ground itself. I like you see me get real pissed off. Like real genuinely angry for no good reason. There's like
mad at the bomb.
there's like this weird kind of like heavy aura surrounding me. And I just fucking dig my hands into the dirt as I like rip it up in front of all of us in the shape of a wall. And I scream the entire time. I'm just looking up. I'm like, everybody wants me to fucking do everything for them all day. Everybody's telling me, hey, go here. Hey, do this. Hey, talk to this guy. I don't fucking care anymore. I don't fucking care. They don't even let me. For some reason, this guy pulls up to my door, says, oh, were you there last night when this guy fucking attacked the building? I don't know anything about that. I was hanging out with fucking ass. I don't care.
Do you think he's alright?
And I fucking rip the ground up and create a wall in front of everybody as they're running away from the train yard.
All right.
Oh no, I've stopped to watch. No.
Okay. No problem. Let me just roll like a D's real quick. Like that's good. All right. You do so. Pulling up this giant blob of ground, and people hide behind the giant earth shield as an explosion of a large size wipes out the rail yard. Deals sufficient damage to your shield. Roll me endurance. There's no chance that anything terrible happens, but I just need to know what resilience you hold. The wall is fine. The wall starts breaking apart, and you hold little dirt clods by the time the explosion has ended. You can see like the forming of like the explosion kind of curving around the wall that you used to block, certainly protecting quite a few individuals. You may receive 10 reputation in a alliance of your choice that isn't to deal with drugs.
I'll receive it in I guess I'll receive it in which one would the common people care about the most?
Heaven's Light.
Heaven's Light?
Yeah.
I hate that motherfucker, all due respect. I'll reset Sorcerer's Globe and call it a day. I'll take it from -10 to 0.
Sounds good. You do so. And in doing so, to match the theme, Madam Sorcery appears behind you, casts a blessing on you. She says, we'll let bygones be bygones this time. I saved quite a few of my people and their scrolls they're coming in with. And she hands you a key card that goes to the Sorcerer's Globe, and then gives you a wink and disappears in a portal. not a portal, in like a gate, like a spell that comes from below that's like a circle. It's different than the portals that Azen creates, which look like portals from Portal.
Holy fuck, I'm the greatest that ever lived. Alright. Well, Borach, I did something about it.
Pull out the flask that the Prisley gave me, and then I hand it to Grant. Here, take it. Some fucking weird blonde prick gave it to me.
Is it good?
I don't fucking know. It's expensive.
It's expensive. I'm usually not one for the expensive shit, but let's try it. I'm gonna take a sip of the flask.
Take a sip of the flask and receive 25 Romic energy and a plus 10 mental buff.
All right. Yeah.
Is lifting the floor something you do often? That was quite impressive.
Honestly, no, that's the first time I've tried that. I wasn't even sure it was gonna work.
Oh, well, that was quite brave. Yes, brave.
Well, he said to do something. And somebody had to.
Yeah?
This place fucking sucks. Why is shit always happening here?
Why is it always some kind of explosion when I'm around? I'm starting to think, and I look over at Iris, and I think
quickly
back
look into my bag.
I think back to the last time I blew up, and the fact that she was also present there. I'm like,
I'll just kind of like avoid the look and start shuffling it into my bag.
I don't have the energy to care right now. That shit sucked.
But you did wonderfully.
Well, unfortunately, that's not the last of some annoying shit I'm gonna have to deal with today.
And what would that be?
Well, I was supposed to head to the Spiritualist District.
Oh. We just came from there.
Wait a minute. Borach
Yeah.
looks around, looking for potential rail yard employee, whatever, if they're still there.
Yeah, there's some like scattered here and there.
Okay, he walks up to one. Hey,
Yeah.
Oh.
what the fuck, man? Why was a goddamn bomb in the fucking place of travel?
That's a great question.
walk
I don't
over-
actually know.
I walk over. Yeah, why the fuck was there a bomb on the train? You guys don't check it beforehand?
No,
Yeah,
we did
asshole.
check it. Yeah, wasn't even on the train per se, but like,
It was more near the ticket
It's still-
booth.
It was near the. Oh, okay. It was in the rail yard.
Yeah,
Okay.
that makes
all right.
sense.
So
All
you
right.
mean to tell me you let some fucking weirdo plant the fucking bomb and you didn't know?
Borach, I think we're all a little bit of a weirdo.
You're correct.
Ah,
I
shut up,
should
Ari.
I should apologize. And he prostrates himself. He places his head on the ground and he slams it to the ground a couple times. He apologizes
no.
towards all the people.
Get up, you numbskull. I've still got questions for you.
Yeah. And the other rail yard employee like picks him up off the ground and
Come on, treat yourself with some dignity.
wipes
Come on.
his head.
I didn't
Where's
say
your
just
boss?
for you to drop on the ground.
Our boss should be. He looks around for him and rolls a perception check. Slash RD 100 minus 5 because he's bad at eyesight. 73. He does find him anyway. He points out a tall fellow, looks about 8'2", and he's like 3 feet wide. He lumbers over to you in a large trench coat and a captain's hat.
Quite suspicious.
You're responsible for this, buddy? He points
Correct.
to
It is all my responsibility.
Well, he was rather accepting of that. That's
Well, guess what?
pretty
You're
commendable.
fired.
Damn!
Sounds good to me. He grabs his hat and throws it on the ground.
I didn't know you worked here. Fuck.
I don't. I'm just pissed off. one time we can go somewhere, and I hate traveling. The place is fucked. God damn it.
And I had to head out
Thanks,
to
no one was
find.
injured, really.
I had to head out to find some stupid fucking shield, and now I can't even do that.
Oh, we found something like that, didn't we? Borach?
Did we? I don't fucking care. I don't remember anyway.
Also,
Did we find something like that?
Qford, you said is his name?
Yes, that's him.
He's,
You good there, Gant?
You're sweating a
Yeah.
little bit.
I'm fine. I'm good.
Are you sure? I got some water, or do you need anything?
Cheever goes through his luggage and he pulls out a ornate shield. This
Yeah,
one, right?
that's the one. Yep. Okay. Well, at least I didn't get entirely screwed. That's good.
Where are you heading to anyway? You said the spiritualist district to do what?
Well, I had to find that shield, but if you guys found it anyways, then I guess I don't gotta.
Oh. Well, did you look at that, Qford? You're being helpful today.
Yeah. Good job. Good
Huh?
good job, Qford.
Yeah.
Oh god.
A
Okay.
big wake-up call, right? Borach.
I guess you can say that.
The explosion?
Maybe we could report what we saw to the guild hall and they might pay us.
You might not want to do that. I might put a bullet through their fucking head.
It wouldn't be the guild hall's fault. We could take the free money.
Somebody's gonna take a blame.
Somebody's gotta.
Well,
I felt that.
it's-
I
good point.
Well, just go ahead and
Honestly,
do it already.
I feel like
I'm
killing
fucking
somebody.
pissed.
I think the people who own the rail yard
Yeah.
are in the nobility district. He looks over at Iris. Do you happen to know them?
I probably could.
Better lead than any.
You know, I had to kill somebody in the nobility district earlier.
Oh,
That was fun.
okay.
So
Yeah,
did
anything
anything
to do
I
with the
imagine
rail
he
yard?
must have deserved it.
we put a fucking
I,
bullet through that blondie's goddamn flask that you drank.
Oh, you can. Hold on, check this shit out. I throw it in the air for target practice. No, he didn't shoot it. Fuck. No. Come on.
I fucking I didn't mean to say it like that. I fucking was trying to say that he killed the blonde dude that owned the flask.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna do it as a sign of disrespect. Anyways, yeah, I gotta go. So the guild hall sounds like a good place to go. I have to go there. I sent somebody out to talk to Heim so that Heim could set up a mission for the guild hall that I was gonna go pick up.
Fair enough.
Sounds
Would you like
convoluted,
to-
but I want the guild points. They have my.
Would you like to accompany us? If that's where we're headed?
Yeah, I guess.
Brilliant.
With you guys around, it's not as bad.
Oh, that's very sweet. Oh,
Ugh.
oh, come on, Borach.
Ah,
A nice smile, maybe.
yeah, fuck y'all. He pulls out his,
Close
his
enough.
bottle of Sprite, starts drinking it.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the guild hall.
Y'all head over to the guild hall. Blaze is just wrapping up with Vare, and Vare told him he could take him to see the insects. At a cost.
Damn. He's making you pay money for it? That's
Blaze, you know, it's a good plan, I promise. I'll take you to see them, and you buy my drinks for tonight.
Buy your drinks.
All of them.
Like how much, when, where,
Tonight, all of them.
for how long? Tonight? Just tonight?
Till I pass out.
Yeah, that's doable.
Perfect, perfect.
Let me just make sure I pick up like a side quest for some extra money here, just in case. I don't know how much you're gonna drink tonight.
You Yeah, that's understandable. I think the closest is the Knolls.
Yeah, let's do that.
Grab a quest, defeat some Knolls for 50 gold.
Perfect. That doubles my money.
Perfect. He grabs you by the arm and he is about to take you outside, but these four arrive.
No way.
Good afternoon.
The whole crew. Well, -1 or 2, I guess. How you guys doing?
Well, we survived an explosion.
Sounds kind of badass.
I'm about to kill one of these people.
Sounds
Be
like
careful,
Borach.
Borach. It depends who's working here today. I might actually care. God, I'm fucking exhausted.
And you're headed off too?
Yeah, I finally got to take care of this trial. If I don't get ahead and take care of it sooner than later, then bad things happen to like everyone around me.
That sounds like bad luck.
How could it get worse?
Oh,
You don't
jinx
want to
it.
know. Blaze just grabs Grant as he says this and shakes him a little bit. You don't want to know.
I just ate an explosion, man. I think I do know.
I'm a little curious, but we don't want to jinx anything for today.
I put off my chores once, and let's just say a whole town disappeared.
Oh,
What's that got to do
yes,
with me?
maybe you should go kill those insects then. Yeah. Well, I mean, we're in a town, kind of, right?
Yeah,
I've read
man.
books about this one
Sounds
Greek
true.
god called Zeus or something. I think it's like my parents think they're like him or something. I don't know.
Like,
It's weird.
a god lives in this town. They're not just gonna destroy this one.
Yeah, I mean that's fair, but like still.
That's got nothing to do with me. Have fun.
Thanks.
Is it common for gods to live in a town?
Probably not, but this asshole doesn't got anywhere else to go, so he lives here.
Very fair.
Out of character, which god is it that lives in this town?
Ashra.
Ashra, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Ashra lives here, but Sturma blesses it.
Ashra lives in my house.
Ashra lives in my house.
Nobody else has knowledge of that, but
And they were roommates.
Crazy.
that's what, that's what they
Seems
say.
like a wacky sitcom. You know, you see the poster of Grandslam and
I don't
Ashra
know.
just.
I don't know if they're allowed to show that on sitcom.
Getting like a theme playing and they pose for their name.
Yeah,
They're like,
the fucking
arms
smile,
crossed.
the
Name
smile
crossed.
to
Yep,
the
yep,
camera.
exactly.
Yeah.
One of them's got their thumb pointing over the shoulder, like this guy.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah, no.
Good old
Ashra
times.
lives with me and he's a lazy asshole and fucking blows and god damn it, he just adds more problems for me, like everybody else does. Maybe you know what, Borach? I think I finally understand you. I think I get it.
What?
Everybody else is just fucking sucks, man.
Welcome to the club.
Unbelievable.
Not
All right.
everyone's terrible, right? It's gotta be some good.
No, they're all terrible.
Nope, absolutely not. Nope,
So you're saying no
everybody's
one's
terrible.
ever helped you do anything or anything like that?
Everybody is great, actually. There's a decent amount of people that are pretty good. That's what I say.
I think Iris is kind of cool.
Oh, thank you.
And Grant helped me out, so he's a homie.
I do what I can.
All right, the front desk clerk comes to visit you, and she's a nice old lady.
Okay. Yeah, so Haim should have came in here about a quest about Marauders, underground trading, underground whole
Oh, yes.
demonic stuff.
Of course. Let me get it out of the back. She goes,
Okay.
grabs it, comes back. Surprisingly quickly. Raises her
Oh, wow.
glasses. This should be everything that Haim has left
Yeah.
for you.
All right. Well, I don't know if you guys
Also,
want to stop a whole underground trading organization thing, but if you do, you're welcome to join me, I guess. What were you gonna say, man?
we got some information that we think that the bomb, according to a report just filed by Heim right now, he sent it to us over spatial telegram. Spell that can be cast by the archivists.
I don't gotta know.
Okay.
Telegram.
It's okay.
Telegram.
I understand.
All right.
Special telegram
Yeah, it's like
archivist.
that's like a pun in itself. Well,
Yes, yeah.
but either way, look, she brought it up, not me. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Well, according to it, we believe that the Marauders are involved in the attack against the rail yard. That is all.
Against the what?
Rail
The
yard.
attack on the rail yard.
Marauders.
Marauders, yeah. Long story
thank
short,
you.
they're a bunch of assholes that are doing this whole organization. They're like smuggling in illegal goods. They're dealing with a whole demonic underground thing here in the city. That's what the quest is for. I'm supposed to be going to kill them.
Back me
I
in.
see.
All right.
I'll come along too.
All right.
Well-
The deal is it is worth 300 gold. You can split it amongst yourselves, and 3 level ups, which is raised to 4 for anybody with an experienced lean. And the money is raised. Your share of the money will be increased by an amount 25 or 50% based off if you have a slight lean or a major lean.
Sounds like music to my ears. All right. Well, I'm gonna go take my anger out on these fuckers.
Falling right behind you.
And I behind you.
We shall head off. Wait, Cuford, are you coming with us?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's go.
Yay!
Cuford doesn't know
It's like-
me, but I
they,
think
like,
he's
jump
hot,
in the
so
air.
Let's go on regardless. Let's go.
Let's go. You guys head over to the location that was pointed out by Marco over here. Just as a small aside for the funnies, Yormisk, you're on a train headed to the Psycho Enclave. And you're almost arriving, but you're not quite there. And you see a sleeping Tariq, and you decide a prank might be funny.
He's gonna be fucked up in the mind for at least a couple of hours. Ha 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 ha. I spoke some just good necros. Got a necromancer to be able to survive this. But the second hand is just gonna put him in a light coma real quick. Nothing too light, nothing too bad.
You get the impression he's out badly, but not in a dangerous way.
Alright then. Look at my baggie of ghouls, and I send some ghouls around this train to get some information. Just see if anyone knows anything about the Archbishop.
That's a good point. Roll me wisdom.
Let's see. Whoa, wrong character sheet.
Yeah, that guy's a little more
What?
about.
That was 110. I was looking at no.
You get a little bit of a whisper, a little bit of gossip that the Archbishop, they're thinking they might be able to find the Archbishop or see him here because rumor had it he traveled north from the Spiritualist village and he might have been going to this village on foot for some reason.
On the train? On the train? He's on the train?
Not on the train, just at the enclave that you're about to arrive at. They have the impression that people might have seen him, but if the enclave hasn't seen him, then he's probably not far from it, given where he came from.
I get a little excited. Who? He. Oh my god! And I think to myself, I'm not actually speaking aloud. Oh my god! This guy, the Archbishop Byforth, is here. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! What do I do? What do I do? I don't know what to do. Damn! Only Granddad was here. Oh, I guess I can't do anything now. Wait. Wait, what time is it? I check my clock, and Granddad's sleeping. I shouldn't wake him as he's sleeping. So I call one of my ghosts back and ask it, what should I do? And I know where Byforth is. To get some ancient knowledge, maybe.
Hello, Yormisk. I think he's south of the Enclave. Ask the masked guys. I've heard they talk a lot about him.
Okay, but what do you think I should do when I actually meet him?
Oh, the bishop? I would have him killed. For real.
Oh my god. Yeah, he needs to die. Yeah.
Emissaries wanted him destroyed. Because he is doing something to hurt the gods. That isn't good.
No, that isn't. I get a little excited. I get a little bit more excited. I start to use a creepy smile. If anyone's looking at me, they're like, whoa, what the fuck? What's going on over here? So I'm thanking. I prayed to Dosha, and I thanked him for this opportunity to bring another soul to the land of the dead.
Of course, my child Yormisk. Go forth and find out why he's doing this for us. And I might have 100 soul essence for you. On top.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Dosha knows me so well. My inner thoughts. Oh, I'm gonna need to get Oh my god, I'm gonna need to get a mercenary. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to talk to somebody. Wait a minute, no. Actually, I don't need to talk to anybody. I think. Okay. So I motion one of my other ghouls here. They come here, and I tell them, when we get to the Enclave, I need you to go to the guild, and I need you to look around, right? If you see anyone who looks strong, right, and won't, and it seems like they will listen to a ghost,
yeah,
right. And I know how like living people are with ghouls and stuff, so if you can just tell them, Here, I give them 100 gold. I give them 100 of my gold.
Okay.
Give them 100. Give them 50 gold first, right? Entice them. Okay. Then I need you to tell them that they need to go to the south of the enclave, and they will receive further instructions from me to you via ghouls.
Okay.
Way. I'm gonna relay information. Try not to let this guy see me. I do not want to talk to anyone. Okay. Please. I'm gonna be so shy. I don't.
What if I find one that doesn't talk?
It doesn't matter. I just.
Don't want to hang out with them either.
I don't hang out. I don't hang out with anyone. Like, honestly, the only people I want to hang out with is Borach and Grant. They're the only ones who actually like talk to me. So I like that. I like Grant. I like Borach.
Okay.
So
I'll make sure.
A floating image of Grant turning back with like the star. He's smiling. He's got a smirk. There's a star on one of his teeth, and fucking he's got the thumbs up as he's looking back. Appears in the clouds above for a second.
Mm-hmm.
I would talk to Granddad, but he's asleep, and I don't. He's a little bit meaner when he's awakened from his slumber. So maybe in another hour.
Fair enough. I will do so as we arrive at the station. You are about to arrive as we switch back over really quick to our 4-man squad. You guys arrive at what appears to be Marco's small little shack of antique rarities. He comes out to greet you guys.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to the store. I don't recognize you beside Grant. Welcome back, Grant.
Yeah, they wanted to tag along. There was an explosion in the train yard. I'm sure you heard about it by now. Yeah. It's connected to the guys we're after.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Iris, roll a dex check.
A dex check.
Alright, chill. Keep going.
Oh no. It's chill.
So yeah, they wanted to tag along. They were on the train. They could have died in that explosion. So they wanted to tag along to deal with these fuckers themselves as well.
Many
I
people
see.
could have died.
Yeah.
Borach just kind of like mean mugs him the whole time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So where's the where are they like based at that we can get into?
So there seems to be, and he kind of takes you over here and like under a headstone, like it's some Ocarina of Time puzzle. He interacts with the headstone and like it shifts over the stone plate on the ground, revealing a staircase.
You guys hear the Legend of Zelda theme as it opens, and Grant starts looking around. What the hell?
They start dancing.
What the? Okay. So this leads to the underground like passages where they're at.
It should, or at least nearby where they came from.
Borach pushes them to the side. Move. I'm going first.
Yep. Yeah,
Sure.
hey,
Why
all
not?
yours, bud. All
Ark
yours.
heads in first. Roll me dex, Borach.
the one guy you don't want rolling dex out of this entire group.
He's
And
got
it doesn't even matter. He's like that. He's like that.
So you walk in and you notice a trap, and you quickly, with a flick of your wrist, you snip the trap's wire without activating it as you just kind of walk through casually. The darkness is like normal to you.
Fucking children.
Come on, guys. They got booby traps. Oh, I'm so scared. Hurry up.
All right, shit. All right.
You seem quite angry at this.
Yeah,
More
yeah,
so
I
than
would
I've
be
seen you
too.
before.
Because he could have exploded. They threatened his life. He
I
doesn't
mean-
care if it's somebody else's.
No, it's because I hate traveling, and the one time I gotta go somewhere, it's fucking gone.
That's. Oh, do you?
So
Did
you
you guys
don't
have to
like-
head somewhere?
Yeah.
Yes, we had a mission.
Oh, let's see. I get that. Okay. Yeah, no, I think he's justified. I'd be angry. I get it. I let all my anger out earlier, kinda. So.
Mine just bottles up.
Yeah, you seem the type.
Come on, we
Mine
ain't got all
usually does
day.
too, and then it culminates into what you saw earlier. My bad. Sorry. I
I'll
light
follow
up.
behind.
I light up a cigarette as I jump down the hole.
Alright, you proceed downward into the darkness and arrive at a satanic altar. It has a demonoid
wonderful.
gargoyle-like statue raising its arms upward and looking towards the ceiling, and on the ground is a saltpeter and salt-like formed pentagram of some sort with extra embellishment. And on the walls, mounts on the left and right, are 2 torches. There seems to be a passage behind it potentially as well, but that is what you arrive at.
This is
God.
what they got.
It's a bunch of fucking weirdos. I've dealt with this before.
Yeah, so have I. It's always some kind of demonic shit or some kind of homunculus explosive set underground. Fucking always some Grim Reaper with a damn, what do they call them? What do they call those?
I don't
Phylactery?
know.
One of those. Bunch of bullshit. Can we just break this thing?
Can I look at the pentagram?
Sure. You may roll a Dex if you just want to know what the compounds are in detail, or Dex Int if you want to try to understand the rest of, the actual ritual.
I think I'm gonna do. I want to understand the ritual. What's going
Okay.
on here?
Roll Dex Int.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yay!
Yeah.
You
Where were
do
you?
know
I
that
actually wrote.
this is in fact a satanic ritual circle. No, I'm just kidding. No. This is a ritual that was what remotely sent the bomb to the rail yard. And it was already paid for. You see little fragments of bone and stuff when you analyze it more deeply. This ritual has been used up, but destroying the ritual can result in a curse. But it can be dispelled before destroying it really easily by you with literally any effort.
Sure, I'll just wipe it off.
Alright, you dispel it by casting a light chant as if putting a tag on it, but you don't have to use a tag. And
I
you
make this
feel-
big deal about this chant, and I start kind of glowing, and then I'm gonna just gently wipe the this one side of the pentagram.
Huh. That's. Wow. That is, interesting.
Oh, sorry. It seems that this was related to the explosion, and well, there's a few things that could have happened, but it's dispelled now. So
It's dispelled?
Yep.
So we can just break it?
It
I'm
should,
not sure about the
Eerie.
gargoyle.
Okay. I mean, do you want to break it?
I look to Q for,
Yeah,
hey, Q,
what up?
is there anything you can do about this situation?
As in destroying the altar? What's
Yeah,
the-
or whatever. You got some weird ass tricks up your sleeve. I want to save this bullet for that fucker.
Sorry,
That's
out of
fair.
character, would destroying it be the cause for a curse, or was
No. So if I'll
casting it?
I'll explain basically what would have happened. So if you had the pentagram there, and for the sake of argument, you rolled terribly, you would just know, that sucks. This is like ominous, but whatever. And they would break it. If they break it, the gargoyle would come to life and start choking them. But the ritual's broken, so the gargoyle's now just a statue. It's never a creature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the logic.
I'll express that then.
Cuford pulls out he pulls from his sleeve a hand grenade and throws it in front of him.
Oh my god, underground?
It blows up in just about the right amount of size and no problems occur. But the thing is destroyed.
Lord, man.
Nice. That was a good
My
explosion.
man, Cuford.
Another one.
It's always explosions when I'm around.
Sorry, it was easiest to get rid of it.
No, you're right. All I got is a sword.
That's pretty cool too.
Enough chatter. Let's go.
You guys proceed forward and
Damn right
roll
it is.
me dex.
Oh no, I used up my good roll.
Yeah, you can all roll.
No,
Yeah,
Correct. That's to be expected.
I used up my good roll. What is it?
That's such a you roll. That's
Alright.
so what I expect out of you.
I'll roll for Q. Whoa, what the?
Is it danger? Because I have danger sense. I could hit 10 more to that.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
good
there
point.
we go. There we go. Fucking danger then. Oh my god.
That was weird. Whoa, what the? Alright. Everything is crazy. You guys run into a trap. A large pendulum-like blade flies from the ceiling into the hallway that you guys are at.
Oh,
I will need somebody to take a strength check to deflect the blade, or a agi check to push everybody back.
What's your
Great.
strength, Josh?
20.
20? My agi is 22, so I guess I should roll.
probably.
Alright.
Yeah, you cleared that, no problem. You push everybody aside, the blade gets stuck in the ceiling as it swings. So it swings, it goes swoop, and then it gets lodged in the ceiling and stays up there. Cuford, for good measure, because he wants everybody to feel safe, he pulls out some sticky substance like glue from his a jar in his sleeve and throws it onto the ceiling, and it adheres the blade to the ceiling.
Hmm.
Do you think
Fuck.
I could have some of that?
Yeah, he hands you
That
the rest
was-
of it. You get half a jar of crude glue.
Cool.
Hmm.
I check my bag as well, quickly.
You would think with the demon circle they'd have had a trap that was more impressive than a fucking axe coming through the wall, but
I would agree.
These are
Maybe
fucking
they're poor.
toddlers that we're dealing with.
that's what it seems like to me. Fucking amateur hour.
I guess if Homunculus set it up instead of the actual people, though, it could make sense.
It does seem
and-
rather brain dead.
Thank you very much for that, Grant.
So they made puppets. Is that what I'm hearing, Cuford?
They
Puppets?
do
Yeah,
make puppets.
they're like-
actually.
Expensive puppets, yeah.
So
they-
these
they-
homunculus
they-
are puppets.
No,
Well,
normal
no.
homunculus are like the zealots you fought, but these are
These
Thanes.
are things called Thane Thralls.
thralls, which
Thane-
are
Yeah,
Thralls.
this group makes Thane Thralls.
they have full consciousness but no lungs. And they can use the skills of what their vanquished were before they became a husk. And a husk is a vanquished who failed to pay for his soul essence.
Yeah, they used 2 of them to attack some of the shops in the shop district earlier.
And they don't have like a personality or anything, do they?
Nope, tried to talk to one, motherfucker
only have
couldn't
a-
even talk.
They only have a personality
Huh.
if it pertains to a skill, but it's mostly lost on the Thane. If they lose something instead of their lungs, then maybe it's okay, but it'd be hard to discuss with somebody while you're in a wheelchair.
So, if that's what a thrall is, what's exactly a homunculus?
Homunculus is a created human entity with no soul. Generally, they can have its soul injected, but usually it's artificial.
Yeah, think of it as like a flesh robot.
Yeah, that's a fair surmisation.
And do those have more of a personality, or
They can.
if they're injected with a soul?
Yeah,
For sure.
you remember the guy at the meeting on
Yes.
the amphitheater in the first day? The guy at the stall was a homunculus that got hit.
Yeah, some of the guys that are working with Azen are homunculuses. Homunculi.
Yeah, if you met up with Azen, then the people who enter or that like open his door, those are realmic homunculi. They're like full souls that are transmuted into built bodies.
But
But
she
Azen's
kind
a
of just
weird case.
blankly stares forward.
It's
Yeah.
complicated. Souls
So
are
No, no,
tough.
it's
basically,
good.
these guys do make puppets.
Yeah. Does seem to be the case.
Okay, great. Good fucking story. Can we go now?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. You're right.
Proceed forward, and you enter a large domicile. Looks like somewhere people should be sleeping, but you see that the beds are obviously vacant, and there seems to have been a rush to move people down the tunnel in both directions. You get the impression Grant looks at the footsteps, and with World Traveler plus passive, he knows that it's the footsteps of the people he checked earlier this day. So the remaining 4 footprints are going down the other way. Further into this locale.
Well, then I guess we head towards it.
You head towards it, you arrive at a sign that points both left and right, and you get the impression there's some sort of elusive magic being cast here. There is a riddle, but Iris is here, so you may roll an ancient magic check.
How do I do that?
You roll int, but if you have anything that says anything to do with ancient magic, you can add that as well. I believe you do.
I do, but it doesn't say about.
Let me use my mind. I would say multiply by 1.2. If that's really complicated, I apologize.
That's
So it should be like plus 10. You can go roll with mod and then put
okay.
10 and then
For
times
you
1.2.
said intelligence though.
Yeah. So like, let me double check if this is correct. That is incorrect. Tough.
Yeah, I'll use calculator.
I apologize.
It's okay.
So normally, what it should essentially do is /roll d100. What's your int?
20.
It should be like this. It just didn't apply at all. Yeah.
Oh.
That looks right. 114. I had to put it in parentheses on both sides, I guess. Okay, sure. I'll create a roll for you that does that while I'm doing this. But you decode that the illusion causes the left tunnel to wrap you back around to here, and if you go down the left tunnel, it scrambles the results of the illusion so that you have to decide again. But you know that the correct answer in this case is right.
Yeah, without saying anything, she's just gonna go right.
Well, you know,
Just follow, let's go. Come on, Gant, we don't have all day.
I'm already walking, asshole. Look in front of you.
Can't.
You proceed
You know, this-
forward. Yeah.
This reminds me of a forest I went through one time. Kind of had the same thing going on.
Well, Forrest, sorry.
You go one place and it sends you back around. come back out the other side. You go one other side, it's actually the right way. You get to keep going.
This wouldn't happen to be like the Misty Woods.
What Misty Woods?
Never mind. Just curious.
Maggie, if you go to your macros, I have added roll 1d100 with mod and ancient. You can add that to your bar.
Thank you.
It works the same way as the other one, but it actually multiplies with the 1.2, so it'll work like the same way you plus 10 or whatever your int is, plus 20, and then you press enter, and it'll automatically apply the 1.2.
Thank you very much.
Can you try it once for me? Just put your number in. I want to see it like not explode? Question mark. I just want. Yeah, that seems good. Okay. All right. You proceed forward, and I'll store that result for your next ancient check.
Thanks.
So.
That's a good roll today.
Yeah.
All right. You proceed into a room, and you. I will need a dex check from specifically Grant.
Oh my goodness.
D6 is enough. Grant, you recognize, because of your inventive knowledges in a bunch of things, you recognize there's actually a compound applied to the ground in front of where you are going, and you can neutralize it with your aura, but had you not noticed, you think all of your party members would have had to roll an endurance check to prevent from a hypnotic
Oh, gotcha.
like alcohol in the air.
So I put anti-genjutsu rays around us with my aura.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put the anti-genjutsu beams on. So let me go down to use 5 for that.
All right, applied anti-genjutsu rays at radius, and you guys proceed forward. Yeah, like that. And you no Itachis will be able to get you. As you
Nice.
pass forward, the 4 people meaning to ambush you and were waiting expect you guys to be under this sort of effect, but you aren't, but they can't quite tell that you aren't, so you guys get a surprise on these 4 Thane Thralls.
Nice.
All right, Borach, you get the first slice. Go for it.
Will do. Let me. Can I use Psycho Orange?
Ooh, that's
Um,
actually pretty good.
Them, or I guess it's only one.
There's
of
4
them.
enemies.
4 enemies.
There's 4 enemies, yeah.
Would the cost be more if it was all of them?
Some of the effects are precise and some are imprecise, I believe. Let me double check so I know exactly which ones are. But if I recall, the fear one is AoE.
Yeah.
At least at your tier. So yeah, and still targets around you. Yeah, tier 2, you may spend it to drive them mad. That's AoE. Tier 3, you spend it to send a target. So the frenzy one is 1. So the tier 3 is 1, but the other ones are AoE.
Okay.
So
Okay,
you
let
can
me do tier 2.
Okay. So you infest their minds with their fears and their mortal coil. They recall it and lose track of their ability to cast the skills from their mortal life, as they're plagued too much with thoughts of how they died and failed.
Okay. And then let me pull out my handgun. And they're all visible, clearly visible in sight.
Yeah, especially now.
Okay. Okay. Will it cost anything to do multiple shots or just one shot to one enemy?
It doesn't. Well, it costs AP in this context, but you can fire like 6 rounds in one turn.
Okay, and I'm assuming. I'm trying to figure out how much AP for that.
It's 90 AP to
That'd
shoot 6.
be 90. Okay. Okay. So 4 would be
60.
trying to figure out the number. 60. Okay, let me just try that.
You lay them into one of them, or lay one bullet into each of them.
1 bullet each.
Okay. Yeah, you shoot all of them, each, and they all take sufficient damage, and they kind of go to a knee from the
Okay.
pain. Whether or not you shot them in the knee is irrelevant.
Okay. And I'll just stop there for now.
All right. Second highest initiative, I suppose, or you can decide amongst yourselves. Doesn't really matter.
Iris, you can go ahead.
Sure.
Go ahead.
I'll slap one with a tag.
All right, you slap one
I'll
with the
do
tag.
a lightning tag.
I see. How much chain lightning does this have, or does it have none?
It does have a chain, but I don't think we specified.
No, that's fine. Chain is naturally 1 unless you use an extra module.
I could use my spell tag creation super tag, which just makes it like perform the procedure twice or at double potency.
That's correct. Your tag creation is currently at 5, and your lightning tag is currently at 4, so it can be at chain 2 if you want.
Sure,
Okay.
why not?
Yeah, you can also expansion 2 if you want, or whatever for these other ones, because it looks like all of yours are at 4 right now, but you raised your int enough that you have 5.
Okay.
So
Thank
in the
you.
future, you don't have to think about it right now, 'cause it's not all that important, but yeah, you have chain 2 on that. It'll hit 3 targets. If you do a super tag, it'll hit 4 targets.
I will do that then.
You place a super lightning tag on its head, and you call off a cool sounding phrase. Almost poetically, lightning kind of calls from your fingertips, and you snap, and a bunch of lightning tases all of their bodies, and they char and hit the ground dead.
Huh.
I just kind of brush my hands off.
Well, that was cool. Wow.
Thank you.
Good shit, Ari.
Yeah, that was
Uh,
good. That was good.
well, thank you very much. I work hard on these.
Damn it, they were just fucking thralls.
Yeah. These guys are cowards, man.
Buford
They're not gonna
starts
get their hands dirty themselves.
going through their pockets to see if they have anything on them.
Oh, I will do the same.
He finds a note and hands it to Borach. Looks like instructions
this?
for a plan tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Is it another explosion or?
Might be worse, actually. Looks like they're blowing up the guild hall. At least that's what the plan
Guild
dictates.
hall.
What the fuck? These are some couple of thugs.
Yeah,
Oh my
they seem
God.
quite dangerous. I would guess that their levels are about level 20. Based on this operation.
I punched the wall.
Oh. Are you okay, or are you
These
just mad that we
motherfuckers
kind of?
think they can get
Yeah.
away with trying to hurt Haim on my watch. We gotta kill them. They have to die. They need to die.
I mean, it's not just Haim in the building, but I'm sure that's
Well,
a
of
very
course,
strong
it's also
motive.
the lady who works behind the counter on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays.
And fuck them. They didn't even know the bomb was planted in a rail yard. If they did, maybe we wouldn't be in this mess.
You are kind of right about that. That's true. If anybody was gonna know, it'd probably be them or those stupid fucking nobles. It'd be one of them.
Assholes. We should get extra coin. Make that fucking granny spit out her fucking dentures.
I mean, is it really up to her or?
Yeah, it's gonna be up to somebody if I pull up to that place. Fucking idiots. Get paid to do what? Nothing? Of course.
Seems that way.
Oh, politicians. Bureaucrats, all these motherfuckers are the same. All of them. Okay, we should just take what we need and leave. Fucking hate this place. Give me the creeps.
Buford checks for some goods and he finds some tools and some plans.
What kind of plans?
The plans that were outlined before, but some extra, like here and there, notes about locations they might be trying to attack, but not a lot of information pertaining to where they currently are. You'll need an actual marauder for that rather than a thrall. But they plan to attack the guild hall, and there's some information pertaining to a separate hideout beside the one that you're currently in that might be inside the slum somewhere, but it's completely unknown where and whether that is. And some people in the slums will be easy to pay for silence, so it's a bit tough.
So we couldn't go looking for it if we wanted to.
You would find it to be possible, but you'd probably have to pay as well or threaten them.
Right.
Which would work. Did I roll this? Or I went to roll the loot table and then just...
Lore.
You obtain a book. The book seems to contain a skill. Skill book. It's called Cirrus's offering. Grants the ability to expend compounds. Ancient bomb. There you go.
Thank you.
Ability to expend compounds. I mean, I could use it. I sure could.
Well, it
I
makes
could-
sense that you could use it, so
I could
You
get
want
to
it, I don't
crafting
mind.
some bombs. It's kind of what I do. Make stuff.
I mean
Kill
your name
stuff,
is at
I
the
do
beginning
stuff.
of the description.
If it were anybody else, if I'd have rolled really good there, I would have gotten so angry just now. But
You're so
he-
right.
Yeah, he literally just closes his eyes,
Smiles.
stops for a
I
second,
got like
and he looks back
bad
at you and
smirk
he
on my
goes,
face.
he looks back at you and he goes, yeah, that was pretty good.
Thanks, I'm
Yeah.
still working on my humor. I'll make sure you do more.
You should do that. You should do more. Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind. My brother used to be really good with that kind of thing.
I start staring into the void.
and my father, I think, really.
I'd be proud, Buford says.
Oh, thank you.
But still work on it, you know.
Will do.
You can never get too good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I could really grab a bite to eat right now. Starving.
I think
Oh,
it's
this is
important that
making
we
me
go to the
hungry.
restaurant. So they go to the restaurant, and we proceed to the afternoon. And
Afternoon time.
we will end our session with a Quay and Ragdoll art adventure in the new land of the Psycho Enclave. We arrive in the Psycho Enclave, which I didn't grab their tokens and drag over because I'm bad at my job sometimes.
Oh my god.
Where are you guys? I don't even see where there's. I'll use these. That's fine. My bad. Okay. Blam. You guys are here. Let me transform these back to proper size. Whoa. There we go. So. You get off the rail yard train carrying Art's unconscious body as if he is inebriated. And you send off your ghoul to look amongst the places for where might be a guild hall, and the ghoul kind of finds that a guild hall exists in the shopping and general tomfoolery zone. And it asks a guy, and after 20 some odd minutes, you kind of gander southward and see somebody leave the town. But in that time, that half hour or so, you can do whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
I use every single soul that I have in my boogie bag, and I summon them, and I ask them to please find or see if you can get any information on Archbishop Nyloth. Well, you guys know who I'm talking about. Bylath.
Yeah.
Byforth.
They look around.
They didn't roll anything?
Yeah, I'll need a wisdom roll.
Oh, yeah, I love rolling. 92, I got a 92.
Yes. Good job, Yormisk. And they all look around, gathering around the gallery tent and the mass residence tents and the mysterious tent. They come back to you, some of which very upset, some of which very happy. Said, I have failed you, sir. I apologize. And the other one's like, we found you everything, sir. It's in the gallery tent. The gallery tent, I'm sure of it. Just roll a perception check when you enter and look for the green wispy guys.
Okay. Thank you. So I take the body of Tariq and I give it and I put it on one of my wagons, and I tell my wagons that Tariq's safe. For where I'm going, I know not the danger. I know not safety. However, I know Tariq is someone I'm starting to care about. So I do not want him to get hurt.
All right.
And I make my way to the green tent, walking ever so sluggishly, perusing the town as I walk, seeing the souls of the damned and the dead around.
Quite a few.
I go to the gallery tent. As a menacing aura oozes from the tent. I gulp. But this is nothing. This is nothing compared to the things that I have seen in the realm of the dead. The things I have seen in my training and in my journey. This is but one more step. And so I opened the door. And I do a perception check. What's the perception check?
All right, dexterity.
Oh god.
You roll spectacularly despite your poor eyesight at times. And you find exactly where the green glowy shrooms are they mentioned, and you place your ear to the ground and listen to the writhing. You hear, "Save me! I was sentenced to the dead. I cannot meet the warden. Praise thee, necromancer. Southwest, 2 miles, the Archbishop lies. He does not live there currently, but a great calamity arrives at the end of the month. Please, my dear sir, plant the seeds of destruction at his abode. Call upon your friends and prevent his forthcoming on the 13th of this month." And you feel this necrotic energy seep through the ground, this purplish green bulb, almost like a lotus. It like peels open, and within it is this very dangerous looking artifact that you can touch because you're a necromancer, but if others touch it, could deal sufficient damage to their soul.
Oh my god. I pick up the artifact. The seed. Okay. So, the Archbishop is southeast of here. And I must plant the seed, but he doesn't live there. I need to plant. He said I needed to plant the seed where the Archbishop lived. So now I need to find where the Archbishop lives and plant the seed there before the 13th. But right now, I summon a ghoul and tell them all this so they can retell me this at a later date. I am prone to forgetting, for I have lots of thoughts. My
Where's the
mind is
ball?
open. Let's see.
I
What
will
is-
add it to the item section in Discord, as well as or the sowed curse seed thing. I said bomb because I was thinking of it previously. You get that, and then yeah, I'll give you a little note in your sheet about the various things you just found out. I'll add it to your party quests.
So I need to find out where this guy lives.
You know where he is now. Where he lives now.
Oh, so this is where he lives. That's where he lives.
It's
Southeast.
south. Sorry, if I said southeast, I meant southwest, and it's southwest like 15 miles or so.
And that's where he lives.
Yep.
Okay.
He's just not currently there, which is good for you.
Okay, because I need to go over there and plant the seed.
Yeah.
Or wait a minute. How many miles did you say?
15. It's not like super close. It would take a little bit of time, but not an insane amount of time.
Okay. All right. Am I out of the cutscene now? Or is this like the 30 minutes? Does this take the entire 30 minutes?
I apologize. I was typing in stuff. Ask that again.
I was asking, did this take the entire 30 minutes?
Yes.
Okay.
So you do all of this, and you notice, kind of like over from the corner of your eye, if you're like standing here or whatever, you can like basically see the traveler as you kind of walking southward, as you mentioned to the ghoul.
Okay. Yeah. I want to be behind him at all times. He's gonna be my decoy. If he dies, that's good. I can use his body.
That's
But
real.
if he doesn't die, then he just carves a path for me and distracts my enemies so that I can summon ghouls and kill them.
Fair enough. At what time or what distance do you want to keep behind him? Like
enough distance where I can keep tabs on him, but he can't notice me.
Okay. That seems reasonable.
And like where I can not only keep tabs, but I can affect whatever he's doing. Like say he gets into battle, I can help him out.
Sure. I'll say you're about 30 meters to 50 meters behind him, and you kind of play it by ear based off like how much cover you have.
Okay.
So you follow him out of the
night?
town. It will become night.
Oh my gosh.
So you'll get
Dosha buff?
bonus dosha plus 20 stealth and flatness. That'd be great. You head out into the shadowy night towards the mountainous areas to the southwest, and you creep around, and I will roll to see if anybody followed you out of the village, just because some people here are assholes, which is totally fine. Eventually they won't be able to track you very well, so they basically only get to check once. One of them follows you out of the village. Roll me Dex to see if you notice him. You do notice him.
Can I send a ghoul in his body and possess him?
No.
Okay.
He's like an actually decently strong entity. He's like a level 10 psycho warrior. So he's like a psycho thug to be more accurate, but he's certainly not the easiest. You could try to just run away and distract him or like send something to kind of screw with him.
I think I'll allow it. I think I'll allow him to watch me. I don't have any beef with the psychonauts around here.
That's reasonable, actually. Let me roll a rationale here. Yeah. Over time, he keeps following you. He doesn't seem to mug you or anything. You seem to have gotten a good grasp that he must be just making sure that you're not part of the Archbishop. So he might be a good guy, is what you're kind of getting an inkling of. You're distrustful of new people, but this guy in particular kind of gives you a vibe of like more that he just wants to know where the Archbishop, if the Archbishop has allies that he needs to tell the town about, right, for security's sake. You get that impression as you're kind of following your mercenary southward.
Do I get the impression that I could probably ask him via Ghoul if he knows anything about Archbishop? Or does he not know anything about Archbishop? And we should not even entertain this.
You get the impression he doesn't know enough,
okay.
to be honest.
All right, cool.
I'll roll for the mercenary just to see if he gets any encounters really quick. Definitely does. I'm just going to roll a couple preemptively. He gets a lot of encounters. Okay.
Cool.
I will wrap these encounters together. So he gets into a fight with a colossal ogre in the mountain. And you kind of get to see how this guy is fighting. And he's quite talented, you would say. At least at like slowly dealing damage and evasively dealing with this encounter without taking any damage.
I'll send him some ghouls. I'll send him one of those people that shoot. I'll send him one of those as well.
Makes sense. Yeah, you send out a zealot with the fire bolts, and make sure you pay your 10 to summon it, Relmic.
All right, bet.
And then conjure forth the zealot, and it starts shooting fire bolts, and the guy catches on pretty quickly that this is meant to help him. I will roll a quick aggro check just to see if it would swing at the guy. No, nothing specific. So over the course of a couple minutes, he takes out this foe and he stabs it, and he seems to call upon purple, which you've heard about in texts. as the monarch's rays kind of rain down through this man's weapon, which is a knife, into this creature. This creature becomes corrupted and gets up, and it follows the man around as if it's a pet now.
Dang, oh man, I wanted a body. Alright, yeah, he would do that. So I put that, can I roll? Can I deduce what's happening? This looks like some sort of necromancy.
Yeah, you can roll int for me to guesstimate whether or not this is like some sort of necromancy or what type of psycho thing this is.
I don't know what's going on. I'm baffled.
Yeah, you're like, what the? But yeah, he gets like a purplish corrupted sigils around his body, but other than that, you're like, that looks the same color as like the corrupted fluid that, like, you know, cracks and stuff have liquid of it that's kind of dangerous around. So it kind of looks the same visually to you. But other than that, you don't really know if it's undead or if it's alive or what's happening. You sense that it still has a spirit, though. So I guess in that sense, you know it's not like Omega undead, at least. But it is maybe undead in that some, like, you know that if you get to a body really, really quickly, you usually get the whole thing. Kind of like with the Zealots. But Zealots were husks. So it's kind of like, hard to say. I guess with the wagons, you had those too, and those were full. So I guess it's similar to a dwagon in this case, but it feels different than your dwagon. Like, your dwagon feels like it's got like this misty, ghostly green energy, and this thing has like this purple, bloody energy kind of vibe difference. Very viscous. You proceed to following him throughout the mountains, and with this new compatriot of his, he does swift work to any other large apex predators in the area, and he arrives at the domicile. He looks around him like, should he enter or not? He's unsure.
All right, so as I give him the order to just sit there and just stand there and look and keep watch. Okay, so I send 3 ghouls. Okay, one ghost checks the front, one ghost checks the back. Make sure there's no one in here. Okay,
that's a great point. Roll me 2 wisdom checks. Good. That second one's great. So, okay, the front one does not catch the guys that are in there. The back one does. So the back one catches that there's at least one spiral skeletal guard. Spiral skeletal is a high-level undead in regards to the skeletal species. But it is still just like a really weak type of creature because it isn't armed. But of the skeletal creatures that aren't monstrosities, it is like the high class version. And so you get the impression that it's essentially like a level 10 human in terms of its capability.
Could I talk to it, maybe?
You can talk to it through like a ghoul if you want to be as safe as possible.
Or like, what if I just went in there?
If you went in the back and just talked to it, you could. I mean, it's up to you at the end of the day. I don't think it's a terrible thing to do.
Could I possibly catch it?
If you could sever its connection to its master, then yeah.
I don't really know how to do that, and that sounds like a lot of questioning. So I guess we'll say that for another day.
All right.
Let's see. What do I do? That's the only thing that's in there, or
what? So this is his abode. That's what's defending it.
Okay.
So you need to put the seed in the center of his abode, underneath the floorboards, so that he doesn't notice it. Mm-hmm. And you can seep it through the floorboards if you had direct contact with the ground with your hand. There's a couple ways you could do this in your opinion, but some of them are easier to notice than others. So like, you being that you're a gravedigger, the first thing your brain goes to is like, well, I could dig under his house and plant it.
See, I was thinking the same. I was thinking that. I was thinking, what if I made a hole If I made a tunnel.
But the only problem with that plan, because it's a great plan, but the only problem with that plan is if he were to notice that there is a tunnel, and then it would not work. Going into his house, he potentially has traps in the house, right? He's a lich, right? So an archbishop. So he might have put a zone around it that detects people who walk into it, in which case that also doesn't work. So like you kind of have to plan around the idea of it, but your initial brain goes to, yeah, digging sounds pretty good, but you think maybe you need a step more secure. Otherwise, you're gambling.
What time is it?
It is night.
It is night, so I got my plus 20. Okay.
Correct.
Could I get my ghost to do it?
No.
No. Okay.
It's a good idea, but like the reason you can't is because the lotus lottery seed is like, it's pretty large. Like you have to hold it with two hands. It's like maybe the size of a melon, like a cantaloupe, and it is extremely dense in like this deep green dangerous energy, and so if a ghoul touched it, it would kill it. Like, it's very dangerous. Your necromantic hands can hold it, but even you feel uneasy holding it for long periods of time in your hand.
Okay. This is what we're gonna do. I use my third, the third when I summon. And I tell them, this is the plan. You're going to tell the mercenary, let's call him Travis. Touchdown. Yeah. No,
Grant starts looking around and goes, what the
So tell Travis that on my signal, you're going to open the door and walk in and just walk around. That's all I need you to do.
All right, boss. Mm-hmm.
You'll know the signal. Tell him he'll know the signal when the signal happens. Okay, I make up, so I make okay, so this is what's gonna happen. I'm going to go around to the back door, right, using my plus 20 stealth to get to the back door, and then I throw a rock. I grab a rock, and using my geomancy experience, I throw the rock that hit Travis on the forehead.
Okay.
Yeah. That was the signal. So we both, well, he enters and I lag a little bit behind. He walks in, right, and then I walk in from behind. I'm using my plus 20 stealth.
Yeah, he creates a lot of noise on purpose, and he starts getting into a fight with some spiral skeletons, sorry. And he hears a kerfuffle towards the front of the manor, and you sneak in from behind, no roll needed. You sneak right past them because the spiral guards at the back start going towards the front, and you're able to creep in.
So I creep in, and I make my way towards the middle of the room. I hug the wall, check the corners using my shovel as a mirror to make sure each corner is clear. Then I send the ghoul that was in the back already, I send him in front of me to give me any heads up of anyone that might be coming as I creep to the middle. Anything?
Yeah, you seem to, they peep the routes for the various spiral skeletons, and you quickly stealth through on the. They give you little cues every time to like go around the corner, hide inside of a closet, etc. And you make your way deeper and deeper into the manor until you arrive in a large, oval-ceilinged, domed-roofed room with sort of seems to be the middle of the manor at the end of the day. It has like a large pedestal there and some benches, almost like you could give a sermon here.
Can I roll to see if I can recognize any of these? It's like necrotic.
Yeah. Roll wisdom or intelligence. Either is fine.
Well, I don't recognize any of this. I'm too young.
Yeah.
Maybe my granddad knows this, but I'm not gonna summon him now. It's not a good time. So I then go into the middle of what seems to be an altar, and I put my hand down using my infinite knowledge of earth style magics. I place a hole and I put the relic inside the hole and reconstruct the hole as if nothing happened.
You do
And
so.
I get up and I get up out of here.
Alright, you creep out of here. On your way out, a strange figure seems to approach you. Not from within the manor, but it appears to be a sort of ethereal, shadowy figure that you presume is directly sent by Dosha. And he holds his hand up to his mouth and he shushes you. And we fade to black. And we move over to Blaze to finish up his adventure. See, Blaze, you left a while back to confront the Vespas and the Gnomes. And on the way, the Secta Vespas hive, you scout out 3 of them, and Vare sheaths his blades covered in blood and entrails from murdering those gnolls earlier. And he was showing you his various methods of torturing the poor gnolls. He was like playing kickball with them. It was a good time you guys had out in the fields. And now he's, covered in blood, and he's creeping through the grass at you, and he sees the Sex of Vespas, and he's like, "Look, man, these are the guys. You got to take them out, okay? Don't miss, but I believe in you." He ruffles your hair a bunch, and now your hair is covered in blood.
I got this. Blaze takes a deep breath through his nose, out through the mouth. Pulls out the gun, points it, and whispers to himself. Cross out art. Pinpoint shot. And he fires the first one off.
You fire it, and it nails the Sexta Vespa. And in quick wit, you know that you must fire off the next 2 quickly before your turn ends, or something bad will happen.
Before I fire those other 2 off, I'm going to throw a pepper bomb in their direction and a smoke bomb between us. And then fire off the next 2.
That might not have enough AP to do, because it's 10 for an item interaction. So you can do 1, but not 2, I think. Because it'd be 30, 30, 30,
I see.
10.
Yeah. Okay. So I will throw a smoke bomb in between us, and then pop out the next 2.
Alright. You throw the smoke bomb. The hive is obscured. It's freaking out. And you quickly, you narrow in your eyes. The camera zooms in on your eye as it turns into almost like a crosshair. And it locks on, and you see their eyes reflected in yours, and you hear 2 gunshots ring out, and these creatures get decimated and die, and you hear this sort of solemn ding dong coming from the heavens, it feels like, in your mind. I've only heard this once before when you first learned this technique with Wyland's art. And your body feels invigorated with a energy. You may either delete a curse you have or accept the blessing of the hive.
I will accept the blessing of the hive.
You accept the blessing of the hive, and your body, its runes radiate through your skin. You see these little bee-like tattoos kind of appear on your forearms.
Huh. That's interesting.
You gain the blessing of the hive. And this costs 5. And I'll color that later, I guess. And then this gives you increased damage when attacking more than 1 enemy at a time, especially those adjacent to yourself. EX remove damage penalty on weapon skill cleave. There you go. You're granted it. You give a smile off as you guys run away as the hive gets ever bigger and makes a large buzzing sound as if hundreds are going to rain out. You and Vare, run off towards the capital while Vare laughs his ass off, going, "Isn't it fun to kill all these monsters? You're starting to grow on me." And he pushes you down and he says, "Catch up!" And then we fade to black.
I imagine he pushed me down right as I was trying to go for a high five, and he just slaps me on the back, and I face plant.
Yeah. That was a good time. Yes. Ah! All right, and that is the session. Any words for the viewers?
Killing monsters is fun.
It is.
Don't take the train.
Yeah, trains are bad.
I'm just
Yeah, actually true. Yeah, fuck trains. I hate trains.
Yeah, don't rely on these fucking lame ass customer support.
kidding.
Real.